everyone, and welcome back to the Strike and Ellicott Files, an unofficial podcast dedicated to all things Strike and Robin, as written by Robert Galbraith, aka the endlessly talented J.K. Rowling. My name is Kenz, and today we have the second and final part of our Hallmarked Man listener reaction call-in episode. As always, thanks to everyone who came and chatted with us, and we can't wait to do this again for Book 9.
Fishy79.
Oh boy, that's a name I know.
I know this name.
Hi.
Hello, Lindsay.
Hi.
Are we having another Lindsay party?
We got 3 Lindsay.
It's another Lindsay
Oh my
party.
God.
I feel like the odd one out.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for doing this. It's always so much fun.
I'm glad that apparently the waiting room is fun today.
It's been very active. It's been a lot of fun. So that was a really
fantastic.
good idea. I think everybody's been enjoying it.
That was all Elizabeth's idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
She's doing a
'cause it was
fantastic job
brilliant.
at moderating too. I have to give her kudos.
She's amazing. All right. Well, what did you think about the Hallmarked Man?
Oh, what didn't I think about the Hallmark Man? I struggled with it. That's
Yeah.
probably a common opinion or something that you've heard.
Yeah,
I think Joe's heard it too.
right.
So, as far as the case was concerned, I did have a hard time following it. I have only read it the one time, and I was one of those that got it a day early and then kind of speed read through it and stayed up.
Yeah.
So I don't think that I
Yep.
fully
Same.
absorbed it. I think I'm going to have to go back through and kind of take my time, at least with that piece. But
That's what I'm doing
Yeah.
now.
Me too.
Yeah.
yeah, I think as far as like the case side, I was kind of hoping for more of like with all the like clues and different things. I was hoping more for like a treasure hunt, like a silver treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt.
The ciphers
We all got our hopes up
and the
for the
going to
treasure
Sark
hunt.
and all that, and we didn't get any of that. And so it was kind of like when you go into a
Aw.
book
She
where
did
they
find
didn't
treasure
expect
in a hidden wall.
She
She
did
did.
find the hidden treasure.
there was the hidden treasure, but there wasn't much of a hunt to get there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kind of
exactly.
missed that. And I've been having like kind of breakout groups with some of the other fans, and kind of we've been talking our
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And I actually have an opinion that I think most people probably don't have. And
okay.
that is, I kind of wish she had stopped the book at chapter 126. I kind of wish we hadn't got that last chapter.
Oh,
No,
that
I
would've
can't
been
agree with
evil.
Pains me a bit to
Oh.
say that because I am a shipper. And if you've read any of my fanfic, you know I'm a huge shipper.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I feel like had it left it with him reaching for
Wrenching
the
open
door,
the door.
opening the door,
That would have been even more painful.
Yeah, that would have been.
it would have
Oh.
been, but I'm kind of like, I've got all these like things visioning in my mind. Like maybe he opens the door and she's standing there. Like she couldn't stand to leave to go
Yeah.
to the dinner with Murphy. So she's there. Just, I feel like maybe that would have given us
Oh.
more to anticipate. I mean, not that we don't have a lot to anticipate for book 9, but
Mhm.
that
I-
uncertainty. I mean, as much as I loved the confession on the stairs and everything like that,
I loved-
maybe it would have been a different feeling if it had left there, and it wouldn't have paralleled the running grave ending so much.
I loved it. I can't.
Yeah.
I loved it. I can't wish away the "Marry Me" shouted at the stairs because I get to
Marry
live.
me.
That's what's going to get me through the next year.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't have without
Easily
it.
remedied. I'm going to be thinking about that a lot.
I liked that. So in Ink Black Heart, she walks away towards Murphy and Strike can't say anything.
Mm.
In The Running Grave, she walks away towards Murphy after Strike makes sort of
He tries.
a
Sort of.
half declaration. He tries, but it doesn't
Bland, I
he
guess.
doesn't really declare himself. And now he says, fuck it, runs after her and asks her to marry him. I just really like that progression.
Yeah.
That's true.
because-
That's true.
There was the steps to build up to that pivotal moment where he's like, I am all in. Let's go get eloped, which I really want
Let's go
for them
get
to
married.
do because we could still make that May 29, 2017 tube ticket.
Go to the
Like, I'm just saying
registry right now.
right now. I like the progression. I like the proposal before they've even kissed is my life now.
Yeah.
It's my life.
He's nuts. He is
My life-
crazy for doing that.
And he's nuts. I
No,
love him.
he's
It's
crazy
so
in
Strike
love.
though.
True.
He's crazy in love.
Did Pools just pass out? Okay.
No, I dropped my.
He's just like,
No,
he's just like
I mean,
I
maybe.
can't. I can't.
She's like, he said, marry me. Well,
But like this is making me want to write for the first time in a long time because I've got like 3 different scenarios in my head for what happens next and I love them all and I'm like,
And
Oh
we
my
would like
God.
you to write them all. I will just
Thank
say that
you,
on behalf
Lindsay.
of everyone. I will read
I'm
all
gonna
of
make
them.
an effort. I got so much stuff on my to-do list, but I'm entering my doing stuff era. So crack the neck,
Yeah.
get down to it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm back and forth on that. There's a part of me that's like, I like that last chapter in there, but then I'm like, but maybe if it wasn't that, but maybe.
It's a valid opinion. I think most people might think you're a crazy person.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I'm willing to take that. It's
Own
fine.
it. Own it. People think
We're
I'm a
all
crazy
nutters
person.
here. It's fine.
People thought I was a crazy person for being like, oh, secret siblings. And then guess who brought up the idea they could be secret siblings? Charlotte.
Yeah.
In a book where there actually were secret siblings.
I'm sorry. Are you happy to be compared to Charlotte?
No. Well,
Charlotte's over here like, oh, this is so exciting. What if we were siblings?
It was gross. My thing was like, oh, the trauma and the drama, which we did get to see with
Rupert and Decima.
Decima and Rupert.
What else? What other thoughts do you have? Because we got to get over this train wreck that's happening right now.
What was one of the things you loved about the book? Or who do you want to shove off a cliff?
Oh,
There's a lot of characters in here that are very pushable.
probably Kim.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good option.
I feel like Murphy's probably a popular option, but
Murphy and Kim, very popular
if the
options
two
to
of them
push
Can
off
we
could
set
cliffs.
them up
hold
with each
hands and
other?
go off the cliff together.
Go off
Right?
La Coupe.
Has
Yeah.
anybody mentioned Valentine so far? Because I feel like
Ugh.
Valentine deserves to walk the plank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also really horrible.
I guess
Mhm.
the actual killers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the rapists. Oh, I
Uh-huh.
was just gonna lock them all in that basement and set fire to it.
No, I guess one of my favorite lines of the whole book, the one that got me laugh out loud, was the whole like when she says, "You don't want to see what's under here under her dress," and then
He's
he's
like,
like,
Try me.
Try me.
That's Flirty Strike in prime condition.
That was so good.
It would have been better if he'd said it out loud, but you know.
Oh
One
my God.
day.
Maybe next time.
Next time.
I would die.
She'd have lost it. She'd have been like, oh,
Like, what?
that would have been so good.
Aw.
It was so good. Oh, I love that line.
But yeah, but overall, I mean, like I said, still mixed feelings about the book, still processing it, still have to go back and do a reread, but
Yeah.
there was
I think that's going to be a
definitely
lot of it.
some good points, some points that I didn't
Mhm.
like, and
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
it does make me look forward to book 9 more to see how this kind of all
Oh,
plays
yeah.
out. I'm just hoping that we don't get something like we did at the beginning of this book where it wasn't even acknowledged really.
Mhm.
Well, he was very clear. So
I think that because we didn't see it this book, that means that we're going to see it next book.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get the Ink Black Heart start after the Troubled Blood heading to the Ritz, except this time it's going to be
I want to read a disaster with Murphy.
Disaster with Murphy, and
So
then maybe,
terrible.
oh gosh. Anyway,
It's gonna be a dumpster fire.
yeah, I think this whole season is us going to be processing the book and really understanding what it's doing, like
Yeah.
really coming to grips with it, right?
And making tons of predictions that are just going to go right out the window for the next book because
You know
she's
what?
just going to
It's
throw all these.
tradition.
Yep.
It's
My-
tradition.
Predictions for Ink Black Heart were way wrong, but I got Running Grave.
Pretty
I
right.
was much closer on Running Grave. So
Yeah.
I have high hopes for 9.
I always have high hopes. I will continue to have high hopes. Nothing can get me down.
We appreciate your eternal optimism.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much.
the
This was
Lindsay
fun.
party. Write an alternate version of a different version of the chapter 127.
Oh, I will
Let's
take
do
you
it.
up on that. I will absolutely
Okay.
do that. And I will dedicate it to you, Pools.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Good to see you.
Thank you. Welcome back. You were on our. Did you join our last call-in episode?
No, I didn't.
No,
Do I look
okay.
like somebody?
Yeah, I think so.
That's probably it.
I'm really bad with
Yeah.
faces. Well, welcome for the first time.
Thank you. Thank you
Tanya,
so much.
hello.
Hi.
So I think we'll just jump right into it now.
That's where we're at now.
Well, that's where we're at now.
That's where
What'd you
we're
think
at
of the
now.
running grave?
Or the Running Grave or the Hallmarked
No,
Man?
Or the
Hallmarked
Hallmarked
Man.
Man. That's all right. I loved them both. I felt chaotic, but I hear a lot of people, of course, very upset with Robin. And I just feel like it's so important. Like I so relate to her because she's had one serious relationship in her life. And I got to tell you, it took me a lot longer than one relationship to figure myself out, and my triggers and the things that I was accepting I shouldn't be and all of that stuff. And I just feel like I give her a lot of grace for just figuring out this next relationship. And she's getting there, and it's frustrating to watch, but I'm sure people felt that way when they watched me go through it.
We all feel
Right,
that way
yeah. No,
watching
totally.
our friends. We all feel that way.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so good to see what comes next for Robin.
It's going to be so
just,
satisfying.
you know,
yeah.
like it's going to be watching ourselves go, you know what? We did it. We did it.
We did it.
Exactly.
We have a healthy relationship now where we talk to each other and we feel safe with each other. Because, you know, that's the thing that we see over and over with Robin, that when she's with Strike, because, you know, they had this much time together this time where they felt happy with each other. And I think that's one of the things that we all miss so much in this book, that they weren't taking their road trips and they weren't having just fun best friend time together.
Yeah, but the second they did, everything got so much better for them.
And she was like,
they were in a car
now I
together.
can talk about everything because I feel safe with Strike. I feel safe. So that's just such like the biggest thing. And it's going to be so great when they when they finally
work it all out.
Yes, and they can just open up to just enjoying and basking in it. Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
The healthiest relationship she has is already with Strike.
Yeah.
And I think we saw
far.
that in the safety, in the fact that she gets mad with him
Yes.
and tells him about it.
Safe to be angry
She
with
feels
him.
safe to be mad with him.
Yes.
She feels safe to yell at him and not apologize.
Meanwhile, she's lying her ass off with Murphy every second.
Every second. And well, she's mad at him about him lying. She's mad at Strike about him lying, and then immediately lies to both of them.
Everybody's lying.
Listen,
you get some
we all
lies,
get to be a
you
bit
get
of a
some
hypocrite
lies.
sometimes. We all get a little bit of hypocrisy.
Never said I wasn't a
As a
hypocrite.
Okay. Oh,
totally.
The fact that both Robin and Strike thought about being honest as far as practicable or whatever.
Right.
Except
Multiple times.
Robin's was to her cop boyfriend and Strike was to the actual cops when he was being interrogated. And I'm like, oh, if that's not a red flag,
right?
I caught this read around and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, didn't even think of that. That's so true.
It was so
true.
funny because one, they're the same person.
I think what you were saying, Tanya, about Robin giving her grace and stuff, I think that's going to be a theme probably of us in our reread and our episodes, because while it's so frustrating and some of it was hard, like her questioning Strike was really hard for me, but I think we need to be able to give her that grace and understanding in order to be really proud of her in the next one. And
give ourselves grace, because if we can give it to other people, we're giving it to ourselves.
We've got to forgive ourselves. She said at the end of the last book, she's gonna be learning it in therapy in the next book again.
And we're looking forward to it. I mean, her trust lapse in Strike was very disheartening and disappointing, that she was like, oh, he could have hurt Charlotte. Are you kidding me with this?
It was understandable.
She's getting bombarded from so many places, and that's tough.
We all watch true crime. We all have that little voice that's like, oh, they trusted their murderer too.
Oh my God, right?
But I understood it. I
I have a harder time with it.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that in our group therapy.
Right. I'm looking forward to that discussion because I also have a hard time with it. But Barkley, Wardle, Strike, team.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Dream team.
I loved it.
The vibe was so good. Like Wardle being like, I mean, because he's just recently been a cop, and they're like, dude, we're not cops anymore.
Mark is like,
kick him in the head.
I'm gonna kick in the head.
Oh my God, it was
just Wardle.
It was so good. It was so good. It felt just right. It felt right.
Yes, it felt like they're finally. That's the agency.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's the
100%.
final piece. That's the final contractor. No more rotating Johns or whatever, like the fish.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's it. Right. That's the dream team.
Yeah. I was just so happy. And I hope we get so much more of really even just the three of them. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. I loved it.
Wardle being the straight man to Barkley's chaos is...
Yep.
So, but what about the law, you guys?
Like, no.
Strike just drinking whiskey while bleeding copiously out of his ear.
Just
doing a dramatic monologue.
It's just literally hanging off. And he's like, I mean, I got some things to say. So.
Oh God.
So funny.
I am dedicated to this dramatic killer confrontation, damn it.
I mean, he's dedicated.
We have a pattern. We got a thing going. You know, please.
We're in a mystery novel. Okay? This is how this goes.
We're at the end of the book. Hello.
Does Griffiths know that he's at the end of the book?
Oh, it was perfection.
Oh, it's so good. I just loved it so much.
Oh,
and the only other thing I wanted to touch on was that, you know, everyone was really hard on Strike for his relationships getting in the papers. But think about real life. Do you ever think that your relationship is going to literally be in the newspaper? Are you kidding me?
Right.
What? Yeah. Well, that's not normal. That's not a thing. So I was like, I felt really bad for him. Like,
I did too.
Really
like when he said
also
Nina.
Who has a grudge when you sleep with somebody like twice 6 years ago?
I felt bad that Robin was giving him a hard time in her head about that she didn't know about Nina. And I was thinking, Robin, back then you guys weren't at a place where he's going to tell you a woman he slept with. That wasn't. Why are you mad about that?
And I mean, she knew about Nina. I guess she just didn't know they were together, but she knew about her. It's called dating. And you're not going to just, everyone doesn't, Robin may be excluded, but everyone doesn't just get with the one guy and marry them. People date. It's a thing, and it's fine to go, you know, we're going to be together for a little while and realize we're not right for each other. That's it. That's how it goes.
I think she's mad at the invite to Lucy's family dinner thing.
Yes.
Like I've never been invited to Lucy's family dinner.
But she did get invited to Prudence's. So that's, you know.
That's
something.
Right. I kind of get that. You know, I kind of get that. You just want to be like, I'm not part of the gang. I'm not part of the crew. I haven't been let in.
Well, now that makes me think that she is going to get invited to Lucy's next time.
Oh, man.
I hope it's a disaster. Every dinner party in this book is. I can't wait.
We're going to see Marguerite again.
Oh my God. That was so funny to me. Marguerite. Oh, my God.
Amazing.
Marguerite strikes back.
And he literally has no idea who she is. Oh my God, so funny. He's like, I'm sorry, who have we met?
Oh, I love the shark imagery with Marguerite because of the shark imagery in
Silkworm. Yes.
Yeah. I just loved it coming back to describe
her.
That was
good.
Oh my gosh.
So much fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, those little highlights of those characters was really great. It was really
She definitely
great.
wanted to bite a chunk out of Strike.
Yeah.
Any way that she could manage
blame her.
Anyway, right?
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah, that was so funny.
But thank you. That was delightful.
So
thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Tanya.
I'm looking forward to the podcast. Thank you guys so much. We love you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just saw the invitation and I was like, what the hell?
Well, hello.
Surprised. Hello. How do you pronounce your name?
Well, I pronounce it Charie. It's short for Charlotte.
Welcome to the podcast. if you weren't expecting to be here.
We're talking about the book.
Talking about the book.
Yeah, I was I feel like I'm in the minority of people who actually didn't have any single problem with it.
No, well, we love that because we loved it too. We were emotionally devastated at the beginning, the first 30 minutes, but now we're all on board with it.
But you know what? The emotional devastation, we mean it in a fun way.
Yeah. Yeah, in a fun way.
We're emotionally devastated for fun.
Yeah. So you liked it. Yes, there was no notes.
Well, I mean, I was eating it up completely.
Yeah.
I suppose I am a big fan of slow burn, torturous, angsty romance. So it was it. And also, actually, I don't normally really get invested in the detective side of the cases because, like, okay, they are investigating something, whatever, that part is just kind of skippable. This time I was surprised to actually be interested in how they're going to untangle all these different cases that were all jumbled together, like puzzles from like 5 different cases all mixed up, and I was kind of just actually curious this time.
That's exactly what it was like. It was like a big box of puzzle pieces from a bunch of different puzzles.
Right? You have to sort out.
Which edge piece is this?
Oh my God. You know what? That actually ties into the thing that Joe was posting about the Eros and Psyche thing. about Strike 9. Yeah, because one of the tasks that that Psyche has to do is picking out the different grains and sorting them. And then also there's the golden fleece thing that also showed up in this book.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun little connection. Sorry.
That was one of her tests, sorting out all the different piles of grain, the 5 different guys. Is Barkley the ant in this situation?
Maybe.
Subcontract. Oh, Charie, you're blowing our minds wide open, me. Oh, that's so good. What was one little moment that you really, really loved?
I can tell you one little moment that I really, really hated, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, that's good too.
In the entire book, if there was one moment that was, I mean, not that I hated the moment, like reading it, but like it was really hardest to read through.
Yeah.
Is Robin and Valentine.
Yeah. Yes. I agree.
Chapter was brutal.
The whole
it's really painful
thing. I don't know what I would have done if somebody said something like that to me. I mean, that probably would have come to homicide.
Yeah.
Justifiable.
And it's not at all surprising that Robin started having all of those doubts about Strike. She was getting all of that terrible hints from all the directions, and she was already in such a terrible mental state anyway.
Charlotte and Valentine are very much like cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, he was the straw that broke her with the little doubts that she called Ilsa because she finally said, I can't work with him if this is who he is. It's not. She knows it's not.
She knows. I know.
She knows. And when he came back into focus, that's the payoff for that whole painful thing, that moment on Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine.
She did get reassured, of course, and she remembered that, yes, she does actually know Strike, but the thing is that her feelings that all that stirred up remained. She was still kind of angry and irrationally, but all those feelings stayed. So that's why I think she blew up at him on the stairs as well, in part.
I loved that the moment on the stairs is...
I was thinking, what about that neighbor on the second floor,
I know, Mr. Crowdy.
He got to have moved out ages ago. There's no way he's putting up
somebody else must be living on the second floor, also listening to all the drama.
I feel like there's rotating tenants that we've never seen on the second floor because no one will stay underneath that agency for very long because all of the break-ins, legs, bombs, yelling on the stairs, the whole...
Wasn't Abigail trying to break in with a gun?
Yep.
And J.K. Rowling, her response to us, I never said it would be easy. Yeah, you were kidding. You were not kidding.
Rough.
But I think we had to go through all of that. The angst is there for a reason. All of the painful stuff is there because Robin has to go through it to break her down enough to realize that she needs to change, to be put back together, right?
Yeah.
Because she's been healing a bit by bit. She's been growing bits by bit, but there's not that big moment of everything's fallen down, so now we can rebuild it.
We'll get there. We trust the plan.
Here's one question that I keep forgetting to ask people. What are you looking forward to us exploring this season?
I'm actually kind of interested in your take on the structure of the entire story.
Okay,
the structure of like the book as a whole.
Yeah, like the way it is split up into parts, the way where things get into the plot. I felt that this book was very not a classic mystery. It was very different from a lot of the others, and I think it's laid out in a different way as well.
Thinking about it as Robin's Ink Black Heart was also very different, very experimental in some ways with all the internet stuff that people also frequently didn't like.
Well, Ryan Grabe also was kind of different because we didn't even have like a mystery in terms of who are the baddies. We know who the baddies are.
Yeah, but I feel like she's really trying to experiment with the mystery genre, trying to figure out, can we do it this way? Can we write it this way?
Yeah, and this is her first locked room mystery. Because she was saying that this was her take on the locked room mystery, which almost makes sense on like a metaphorical level, too, if we're talking about something being condensed and
we're all locked in.
It
was it feels like it wasn't a locked room mystery because the security in the shop was so terrible.
Right.
Like it was barely locked, so it didn't register as a locked room mystery to me but I guess technically it was.
Yeah. Can I just say thanks for the podcast, because the podcast is literally why I started reading. I listened to a podcast first.
Really?
Yes.
That's a choice.
That's definitely a new one. Wow.
How did that happen?
Oh, I was just like, okay, so Rowling wrote some books. I don't know if I want to read them. I would just listen to what other people are talking about. And I got really into your reactions to whatever books I never read. So in the end, I just started reading them. That's all.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
Because of all the things I think that would get someone to read these books are nonsense. Would not be first in mind as something, but that's
amazing.
That's really sweet. That's awesome. Thank you. Which season did you start with? I'm so curious now. Do you remember?
In Blackheart.
The Blackheart one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a good season.
I had no idea what you were talking about, but it sounded interesting.
Yeah.
So I listened to the whole season without knowing what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. I love that so much. You'd have spoiled the whole mystery.
I don't read for the mystery, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Ashley. Hi.
Hi, Ashley.
How's it going?
Hi, welcome to the
Hi.
podcast.
Welcome to group
Thank
therapy.
you. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, so
Oh, fun.
Well, that's exciting.
Hopefully it's not too scary.
it's fine.
No.
It is what it is.
It's just a Zoom. Well, let's literally dive into the deep end. No testing the waters.
Okay, great.
Oh.
What did you think of The Hallmarked Man?
I'm still trying to recover. It's been several days.
Yeah.
I've had to read like another book in the process just to kind of go down a completely different path emotionally. And so, but once I kind of like I did read like the last page first.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
I had to know where to set my expectations.
My friend did too.
Yeah. And so once I had that in mind, I knew how to pace myself. Kind of like I'm not a runner, but I felt like it was good. I knew it was going to be a marathon. I had to know how far I had to go. So knowing where to set that bar, I knew like how to set my expectations appropriately.
I feel like reading a proposal of marriage on the stairs.
That did surprise me, but
then like the rest of the book, you'd have been like, wait,
How the hell are we supposed to get from here to here?
I stayed unspoiled for everything else. So I was just like, okay, well, we're just gonna trust this process here because I know that there is more than just this book. So this is not
of course.
It's a piece.
Yeah,
it's a piece. It's one part of the
and
tapestry.
it's going to be the hardest part of it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, Robin's been broken down.
Solve it, coagula.
And now it's time to build them both back up. Yep. And that pivotal moment, that's the moment.
I've been broken down too.
Yeah, I think we've all been broken down.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think we're finally able to start rebuilding.
Yeah.
I do have a thought, and I don't think I've fully formulated it completely, but I wanted to process it with you guys.
That's what we do.
Good. So all throughout the series, we see J.K. Rowling describing Strike as the detective, which he is. And I like that she uses that as part of the narrative of like, describe him as the detective. As Robin has come into this role also, she has started, and I don't know at what point she started doing this, but I do know that throughout this book, she used the term the detectives collectively for both Strike and Robin. But she has yet to use it, as far as I've seen, she has yet to use it for Robin alone. And something that we've seen in the interviews leading up to the book, she's talked about how Robin has finally professionally reached not necessarily the same equality as far as experience goes, but they're equals. And she has said that they're equals. She has yet to define her as the detective. And I am curious as to whether or not we're ever going to get that.
I hadn't noticed that. That is fascinating. Now I need to go do a search on all the books for every instance of the word detective.
Kindle search for the phrase.
How many does it say?
It wasn't as many as I expected in The Hallmarked Man. It was maybe 20, maybe a little bit less. But I would only see it used either collectively as the detectives or strikes.
That is fascinating because I feel like Robin basically cracked this case.
Yeah.
She had the light bulb moment of what happened, who Chloe was, what happened to Sapphire, who had them. She had that moment. It was easy to miss. I think it was kind of buried, but she did have that moment.
It showed where she's the one who clicked it. And the physicality of it, Strike carried the majority of that, but the emotional part of it, I mean, he was kind of forced to do some of that as well, but she carried the emotional resolutions to the conclusion.
Is it a habit?
Like a writing tick?
I don't know, because she's so intentional with so many things. And I really don't know if that's something that is intentional on her part.
Do you have any thoughts on what you think the intention would be? Because that's where I'm stuck.
I don't know.
I want to see her call Robin the detective in book 9 now.
I do too, because it's been such a journey for her, because she's got so much self-doubt as to how she is perceived as a detective, because I don't feel like she's always wanted to do this, and she's finally doing what she wants to do, but I still don't think she sees herself as truly making it as a detective, even though her name is on the door. And like, we had that moment for her of, okay, other people see it too, but she's still second guessing herself. She still knows that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, but doesn't think that other people see that also, because we still see that she doesn't think Strike sees her as she sees herself.
I loved when she said that to Linda about, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. But she's also projecting her idea of what other women, quote unquote, want rather than what she wants.
Yeah.
She's not other women.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is that at the end of this book, she's no longer afraid of Strike making her stop working, or afraid she's not a good enough detective. She's afraid that he's emotionally manipulating her because he needs her at the agency so much.
Right.
Yeah. I'm too good.
I'm too good.
You can't lose me.
Lying to keep me.
Yeah.
That's a different fear. Yeah. It's the opposite of what she's been afraid of so far. So that combined with she did actually crack this case, I really hope now that I'm going to be alert reading. No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'm going to do a Kindle search after I finish reading book 9 to see if she's ever called the detective.
Yeah. Maybe if it pops up, you'll notice it.
I love that so much, Ashley. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's one little moment that you loved?
Oh man, I'm a sucker for Pat.
Oh,
yeah.
Pat.
Everything about her. And the fact that the solution to fixing Cormer and the fish was mushy peas, which he cast so much shade on. I love that. I love Pat so much. And I just want more of her all the time.
Yeah.
And I love that she knows.
Me too.
I do too. She witnessed that whole thing.
Gosh. Can you imagine?
She's going to be calling it now. Pat is book 9 MVP. She's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh. I'm ready for it.
I want Strike to give Pat little updates.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be so cute.
I want her to be the matchmaker here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see her turn on Murphy.
Yes. Oh. All of a sudden her tone to Murphy becomes a lot less warm.
And Robin's like, what the hell happened? And she's like,
that was a waste of a stamp.
You can't trust that guy.
Never trust a handsome man.
Oh, bless her. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Hey, we've got our first man.
I know that name from Twitter.
Hi, all of you. So great to be here.
Welcome. Do you go by Mozart Galbraith?
Yes, that'll do.
That's how people find you on Twitter.
You must be exhausted, all of you. You've been going for hours.
So much caffeine.
Definitely.
We're good. We usually record for very long periods.
Yeah.
So
we're used to it.
We're in it for the marathon.
Bless you. Thank you so much. And I know I've said it a lot, but I'm just going to say it once more. I think you're all brilliant. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. That's very sweet. I'm excited to hear your thoughts about Hallmarked Man. I feel like I've read them on Twitter, but I've read so much on Twitter that
it's hard to parse through who said what.
Together in my head.
I have to say that we didn't think it would be easy, but this was extraordinarily hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
As you know, I'm a shipper.
Same.
Totally obsessed with Strike and Robin. Obviously, Robin is so dear to my heart.
Yeah.
I've invested so much in her. And quite frankly, there seemed to be a case going on, but I have no idea what happened.
Perennial mood.
I think that's the experience of a lot of us on our first read.
There's some missing men. I don't know what happened.
Someone's dead, maybe.
And quite frankly, I don't really care.
Give me
Joe's over here going like, damn it.
Somehow Strike's ear got cut off. We don't really know what happened.
Got hit by a spade.
Oh my God.
Chap. They take bits off him, and Murphy's getting better looking, and it drives me mental.
Yep, RFM.
Yeah.
We really disliked Murphy in this book, so if you want to have a real go at him, we can do that.
Trust me, I am about to write Murphy, What's Not to Love Part 2.
All right.
Beautiful.
It's going to be brutal.
Excellent.
He's a complete shit. And he wrote this nonsense that he'd stopped drinking. He's never stopped drinking. Murphy hasn't been to an AA meeting in his life. I've got friends who are alcoholics, and God bless them, it's such a struggle to get through it. But they don't drink non-alcoholic beer. They don't go to pubs on their own. It's just, he's been drinking from day one. He's used it to manipulate Robin and to make her feel sorry for him. And I hate him for it. And I hate him for everything I wrote in the blog. And I'm going to hate him even more.
I really love your hatred for Murphy.
I am so interested in this theory.
I love that.
I love this and interested in this theory that he never stopped drinking. Because we did see like he didn't have those aggressive snake-like
bursts of anger
in the running grave that we saw. Those seem to be a feature of his drinking, that he gets suddenly aggressive when questioned on it. But maybe she just never questioned it.
But she had never questioned him,
So,
And I think Joe leaves holes in, she'll plant a seed, a thing with the condoms, and my obsession that he's put a bloody needle through the condom. But there are gaps left, and I really wanted to, because she sets the narrative up so clearly that Robin, of course, never sees it because she doesn't read the book.
She should read it.
She should.
She should read the book. It would help.
It would really help.
Getting an insight into, I would love to see her read some of Strike's narration in this book.
Right?
Could you imagine? Oh, but Joe has put us through absolute misery, and I'm really cross with her for it. Really cross. And I'm trying to be professional and not be cross, but I am cross. And I might have to wait 2 more years, right, to get my Robin back.
I think it'll be 1. She jumped right into writing book 9, and you can see why.
I hope so.
I think she's excited about it.
Please. Because Neil over Christmas was making a life hell by saying, you're not sparing anybody here.
I know.
And I thought that was lovely. And then we get...
I feel like Neil is one of us.
He's clearly one of us. And he needs to boost his influence because, frankly, the picture of... Eros, it was Eros, and then
that's good. Yeah,
I have made it my lock screen.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm struggling because Eros has no hair. He has all his legs. He's got both ears.
It's not accurate.
I said we need someone to Photoshop this with lots of chest hair and half a leg.
One of you talented people, please do that.
Because I don't know how to do it.
We need that because I'm not going to be fooled. For 2 years.
I'm fully in.
I'm always.
She's like,
board.
I'm putting on that clown makeup. I'm fully clowning for a romantic book 9.
Like the more miserable we are now, is the happier we're going to be later.
Yeah,
like we have to go through it to get the good stuff. I think
they're 100% getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, please, because I'm an old man now. I don't have many years left. Please, don't make me wait 4 years. For you young people, it's fine.
We could all drop dead at any minute.
I know. That's my biggest fear.
Many of us are very anxious about that at all times of the day.
That's an interesting, I'm just thinking about it because like when you think about the demographic of people who read these books, is that's actually more prevalent than you'd think. Because there's people that are like, am I going to be alive to read book 10?
Yeah. That's a long time for a series to run.
I think she knows she's going to try to get it done for everyone. But I think no one could have predicted in their wildest dreams that this book would end with Strike shouting, "Marry me," at Robin on the stairs.
Remember when I did that cult chapter cleanse and I jokingly said that he was going to propose in the office where they fell in love?
Oh my gosh.
I said that as a joke, but
you know what would be cool in that same and cute in that same vein is if they had their first date there.
In the office?
Yes.
Is their first date solving a murder, Ken's?
No, but it's the place where they fell in love. It's special. It's not just going out to a gastropub. It's not going out to the Ritz. It's a place that has significant meaning for both of them. They could make the inner office fancy. They could put in candles. They could get a curry.
If Strike pulls a Michael Scott and Puts candles all over. Okay.
It would
Pat
be cute.
has to clean that up after.
They haven't
She
even
would
had
be
a
happy
kiss.
to.
I know. That's why it's so romantic.
That's amazing, isn't it? They've not been on a date. They've not had a kiss.
And he still knows he wants to spend the rest of his life with her.
Please.
He knows.
I want my Robin back. I know we all predicted PTSD, but not to this level.
Well, we didn't know she'd be so re-traumatized by the ectopic pregnancy, everything with her rape coming up and being used against her. Like that sent her into that spiral.
How many attacks is Joe going to put on this poor girl?
I know.
Right? Like, I don't think we're done yet.
In the car, outside, and then she's got to go to dinner with that wretched person, Dino, whatever his name is.
Valentine.
He is.
Frick.
Oh, I thought for some reason you were talking about Murphy.
Dino gave her good advice, to be fair, about her colors.
Yeah.
Somebody calling her a pit pony.
Oh, that was
Valentine.
Horrible.
I'm really mad at that. I'm
Yeah.
really mad at
You
that.
can see why Valentine and Charlotte were friends. You know, they're very much cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. I really want to see a conversation where that little nickname is revealed to Strike.
He'd be so mad.
Oh,
because
he would be pissed.
He'd be furious
at Charlotte.
Like, can he go to Charlotte's grave, dig her up just so he can like kill her again for it? Because like
he would die again.
Oh, he'd be so angry.
I live not too far from Brompton Cemetery. I'm very happy to go and dig the grave up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. Honorary grave digging buddy.
Grave digging buddy.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, what was one thing? Was there a little moment that you loved about the book?
Can I be totally honest?
Yeah.
Not really.
No. You had a hard time.
What about the bracelet?
Yeah, but she didn't wear it, bless her. Put the thing on.
Well, because she's hiding it from Murphy because she knows it says that he's in love with her.
But the fact that he got it for her.
I know, but I wanted my chapter 64 from Running Grave, and
we're gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
because this was Robin's Ink Black Heart. We're gonna get her Running Grave.
Oh, please!
We're gonna get her Running Grave.
On you, Lindsay.
100%.
I promise you.
We've mapped it all. We see now. We see the vision. We understand the vision. Our predictions are going to be so spot on this time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Going to be so good.
I'm going to go and review the predictions we made, and
let's not.
Some of the wonderful analysis that people did on color charts. And
let us all know how we did.
I would say pretty badly, really, right?
Not wrong.
I don't think any of us have covered ourselves in glory.
We're gonna do well next time.
Next
I know
time.
it.
Next time, for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
I hope you like the season because we're going to be really figuring this whole thing out.
Please, I need your support. I'm an old man. I'm stressed.
We'll be here.
Help me through this, please.
All right. Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for everything. Bye.
Bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Hi. Hey, it's Open Ostrich. Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm good.
How has group therapy been going so far?
Oh my gosh. It's been good. I've been kind of like popping in and out because I'm trying to lesson plan. I was like, I'm going to be on this for hours, aren't I? I should like attempt to get some things done.
Nice.
But I keep getting like sucked back into the strike chat, obviously. So
as one does.
As one does. All right. Well, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Amanda / Open Ostrich.
Yep. Hi.
Dive right in. What are your thoughts on the Hallmarked Man?
Me? Oh my God.
Marry me.
I gotta go there. I'm sure like almost everyone has done this, but how can you not start at the end? Like, I honestly kind of struggled like emotionally through this book, but the final chapter
struggled emotionally. Yeah.
Like the final chapter, it's worth it. I mean, I was not expecting it. I don't think anyone was expecting those words from him.
Never.
Not at all.
But oh my,
it's the best surprise ever.
Yes.
Shouted love confessions, already loved.
Yeah.
Shouted proposals when you've never kissed.
Amazing.
Unhinged and amazing.
Turns out it's my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially when the thing that Robin is so worried about is that he doesn't want something with her. Yeah. And he's like permanently marry me.
Straight there. Yeah.
Yep.
I think he needed to. I mean, she of course is like, you're insane. What are you talking about? But she needed to hear it, and hopefully we'll see her get there.
She's gonna.
Wow, he actually meant that.
Oh my God, I'm going to die.
I'm dying all over again. You reminded me of my feelings.
Yeah. I've listened to chapter 127 so many times. And actually also the end of 126. Like I can't just start at the start of the chapter. I have to do, and I think Ken's, you mentioned it on your reactions episode. Like I have to do that little bit about his, you know, his flashback door. And like it has to go from him choosing to go after her. So I'm like, okay, I need like a minute and a half of the end of 126 into 127, and then I've just been doing that over and over again.
I am so excited to get there. I just got past the bracelet bit and I was crying this morning before we started the Zoom call. I was just like, I was a mess.
I'll admit I have not done like an actual like all the way through yet.
Reread. I'm still on mine.
I've just been jumping around to the parts that I want
that you really like. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Yeah, for sure.
It also came out when school started, so I'm like, I'm just gonna pick the moments that are like, you know,
really
making
good.
me happy right now. But at some point, I do feel like I need to, you know, go back through it and, you know, follow
understand
the
murder.
Maybe.
Reread the misery of them being estranged.
Honestly, for parts 5 and 6, I listened to it on 1.5 speed.
It's hard
because it was so painful. I just wanted to get through it. Yeah.
But the Marry Me, I can't get past it. What do you think she's gonna do?
I don't know.
What is she gonna do?
I don't know. I didn't send in a prediction for this book because I didn't feel like I at all knew what to say. So then when it wasn't a call-in, like I was maybe going to come hang out. But then when it was send one in, I was like, I don't have one. I don't know. I don't know what's coming next.
Well, it turns out you win because no one else, we were all, nothing.
That's why it's fun, right? But I was like, I don't think I have anything, you know. I don't know because she surprises us, right? So people have given some different thoughts of where, and I'm just like, it could be any one of these. I really don't know where she's going anymore, especially after all the things that happened in this book that were like kind of Chekhov's guns in hindsight, but also that we all did not think were going to happen. So
I'm convinced that she is going to have her running grave growth.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure how it's all going to happen.
Like when, at what point,
and how
much time are we going to have to like jump ahead before we know?
I think it's going to happen in 9. I just don't know how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
How much swearing is her therapist going to have to do?
That's the one thing I actually do feel like I predicted. I was recently going back to Lethal White and noticing that there was the comment about how they jumped to the therapist she didn't like because she was on a waiting list and it was going to be a really long time. And I was like, I wonder if this is coming back. Like, I wonder if therapy's coming back because it was hinted that she didn't really get in with who she like would have
she originally talked to.
And then I don't think who Prudence is recommending is ever that same exact connection, but I thought therapy might be coming back. And then a lot of people in Discord were saying, I don't think it is. Like, I think we've moved past that. And I'm like, no, I think she needs it. She needs it.
You and me both, girl. You and me both.
Yeah. She needs it. And the fact that Prudence knows her and knows the kind of person she is and what she needs, I think is going to make for very successful therapeutic. It might start off rocky because I think the therapist is going to push her. She doesn't like being pushed, but I think the therapist will be good at pushing her in a way that causes her to actually open up.
Absolutely.
Is it ethical for Prudence to tell this therapist, by the way, my brother's totally in love with her?
Yeah. By the way, they're idiots and need to sort their shit out, please. How much background info is Prudence allowed to give?
Can another therapist who's related to the situation give background info? I don't know.
I feel like that might be a little bit of conflict of interest.
Yeah, I think so.
But I want it.
At least she's setting her up with someone. Have you guys talked at all about the epigraph for? I'm sure you're going to when you dive
not
in
yet.
For chapter 127 because that is.
Oh my God, it's evil.
Well, it's making me want to go back because it's the dam breaking for Strike, right? I was not expecting her to use the silver thing in that context.
That's the thing when everything changes.
It makes me think, do I need to go back and look at every single Maid of
the Silver
Sea epigraph to see if they're all about Strike and Robin and not the case?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, is the thread of silver actually them? Instead of,
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah. And I know you guys do that. So it occurred to me after finishing the book.
Well, that answers our question of what we should pay attention to.
Oh, the epigraphs. I need to figure out these epigraphs because the fact that there are 5 men in the epigraphs, and then 5 men who they solve the stories of. I feel like that must line up, right?
I didn't catch that. I like that too.
Yeah.
But you called one. You called the Rokeby epigraph. That was amazing.
Yes, you did, Pools. That was
you did.
You got the Rokeby.
The Night My Father Got
105.
Me.
Yes.
Yeah. That was amazing. I was so excited.
Pretty proud of myself for that I just remembered. For me, I think that was the only one, but the rest were still really good.
Yeah.
I gotta figure that because I could not find at first glance like a rhyme or reason to them, or who are they aligning with, or what do these 5 men mean? Why did she choose them?
Like, I didn't even catch that it was 5 men, so well done.
Yeah. It must line up somehow, right? With the 5 men that they're trying to sort out, but also with Strike.
I don't know about y'all, but I completely misinterpreted her saying 5 sources, meaning that it would be like
she meant 5 people,
5 separate like poems or works or whatever, not it being Houseman, Browning, whoever the fuck the rest of the 3 men are.
She meant 5 people.
Yeah.
So now we know what she means by sources in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I miscounted the 5 men in the story too for most of the mystery. I think I was only thinking there were 4. So then at the end when she says 5,
I was thinking there were 4 too.
I was like, who did I forget?
I think it was Knowles.
Okay,
they
so
found out what happened to the gangster.
Jason Knowles,
Tyler,
Temple,
porn guy.
Oh,
and
poor
Rupert.
guy
and
Rupert.
Yeah,
and then
Rupert.
William.
Did I
Okay.
just double count
Yeah.
him though? Okay.
No, we got
So there were
him.
five men that they figured
Knowles.
out.
That's why I just wasn't tracking him at all. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got to figure it out. I'm very excited to dive deep into the epigraphs because I don't understand them yet. Well, I understand the poetry of them, but
I didn't get excited about them till that last one. And then I was like, okay, there's something here. And the Maid of the Silver Sea was really the only one that each time I was like, ooh, like, how is this going to play
It's like, oh, I read this.
Yeah, exactly. I know these.
I feel like the Mason one must have related to Semple because that was his obsession.
Yeah, interesting.
Where are the other ones?
There's Browning, because I just kept thinking about Aurora Lee, and I was like, I'm on the wrong book here. But
Browning could have been Rupert because Browning lost his wife and was actually really sad about it. And that was Elizabeth Barrett Browning. So I feel like Browning might be Rupert, and then Houseman might be Danny. But then Oxenham wrote about Sark. So but then Oxenham could be, I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Maybe Knowles doesn't get one because he wasn't.
Knowles doesn't
relevant.
get one. Oxenham goes to Strike.
Yeah.
Because he's a silver. Yeah.
Maybe.
Why not?
A lot of the Matthew Arnold ones seem to go to Robin, I think, if I'm remembering right.
They?
I think so. Yeah, it would be like A Buried Life, the Merope, A Tragedy. A lot of them align
which
with
I read
Robin's
all
ones.
of because I thought they'd all be from it, and they weren't.
They were not.
Now you got a lot of background info then. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
I sure
It's
do.
becoming a little bit more cultured every day.
There we go. I love my favorite sentence up until the final chapter in the book was when Robin said that Strike came back into focus for her.
Yes.
Because I felt the same way at that moment in the book. Because that was it when I was like really on the like struggling with them.
That's when it all came back into
It was
focus.
like, yes, okay. And then her acknowledging that they didn't love the case as much as usual. I was like, she's really making nods to how me as the reader has felt this whole book.
She's breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, there was some fourth wall breaking, I think, from like their feelings being, it's always like I'm feeling, a lot of what they're going through. But this was like, we're acknowledging that I'm feeling what Robin's feeling in this moment.
Yeah. She totally did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
That was
so
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to dive into all of that. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure we'll chat on Discord.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, so good to see you guys again.
Hey, good to see you too.
My Doom bar here.
Oh, very nice.
My husband just poured it for me. Cheers.
Very nice.
Cheers.
It's not the real deal. We brewed it, but it's our best attempt. So
that's
that
pretty
counts.
awesome. I wish we could get diverted into that because now I'm interested.
I'm sorry. I was
time.
going to do it right at the beginning, but I didn't have it ready to go because I came in earlier than I was expecting. And then my husband came and poured it for me. So
that's fine. That's fine.
Nice.
Next time.
We'll chat.
Next time.
Okay. We'll chat.
Definitely.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Mandi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for putting all this on as well. It's been really good. It's been really interesting to listen to everybody else's perspectives as well. So it's been really good.
Oh, good. So what did you think of the book?
So I really enjoyed the book. It's not my favorite book. I think for me, sometimes there's just too many potential victims and I end up getting completely confused with who the hell we're focusing on.
Yeah. No, the cast was definitely huge in this book.
And they were all men as well. And I was like, there's just a lot of testosterone going on right now. Can we just sort of even it out a little bit?
Joe was calling me out. At the beginning when she's like, no one cares about the missing men. I'm like, Joe, all right, fine. I guess I'll care. Sorry, go ahead.
For me, I think if she just sort of got rid of some of them a bit earlier, I think because the whole dogfighting case just ended up being this much bigger thing than I was expecting and much more graphic than I was expecting. So that kind of, I'm a dog person anyway. So I was just like, this is not the stuff I want to read about. Just kill humans, like I'm fine.
Same. Lindsay's sitting here like you're both psychopaths, and we're like, no, it was really upsetting. I too was deeply upset.
All the humans, chop them into bits. It's fine.
Okay.
But hurt the dogs, no.
I had no feelings except for I was thrilled that
Strike got pepper spray.
I just loved how that chapter
when he nearly got
ended,
castrated, that was my favorite part.
When he made that joke about the dog almost biting his balls off. Oh,
I was like, oh, we're back, baby. We're back. Those are
so back.
I've never been so thankful for a dog fight.
I was expecting some type of Robin the nurse type of scene coming up after that. I was like, is this going to be a bonding situation between the two of them? But it kind of just got away from it. And I was just like, hey.
She got milk for his face.
I just read that chapter this morning and I hadn't noticed the first time that she takes his hand off of his eye to replace the tissue. And then, that was so sweet.
Oh, it's so cute.
I love that scene on a reread. I can't reread the bit about the dogs, but the bit about the pepper spray. And I just like because it parallels. It's back to Troubled Blood when she's got elbows black eyes and he's taking care of her. Now he's got. I just loved it. I loved how their relationship was just magically like they had that moment. He was honest with her, pepper sprayed, and then they're back.
It's almost like the moments where he's most himself are the moments where she loves him the most.
Yeah, it's almost like he should tell her the truth.
I think that was a really big bugbear as well. I was just like, for God's sake, man, literally grow a pair and just tell her. Just tell her because you're doing it.
See, I understood.
That's relatable.
I understood that he didn't want to tell her until he knew the answer because
he's got a lot on the line.
It wasn't even his problem that he was getting dragged into, and he didn't want to make her think badly of him. And he was right. It wasn't his. So I kind of get it. I kind of get him. But even though I still wanted him to tell her.
This is his first time ever having to pursue someone. It's very confusing, very hard.
I love that Robin was over here talking about how she has no romantic experience. She's so romantically inept. She and Strike are perfectly paired. He is also completely romantically inept.
Like, they usually just throw themselves into the boat, basically. Like, I don't know how to go fishing.
Work for this.
What? There's so much anxiety and misery on the first read.
Yeah.
I think on the second read through, I've been appreciating more of the rest of it.
Everything.
The case a little bit, the themes that are going on, what Robin is struggling with. I think I have a better insight into just how bad things are for her now because I wasn't expecting it, so I didn't realize it. But I think this is her, like it's her rock bottom. She's hitting it. She's finally recognized that she needs to reach out for help. She's going to start turning it around soon.
My approach to it, so yes, they're all crime novels, but I'm still at a point where I'm like, I don't know if this is going to end up as a romance and a crime novel or a tragedy and a crime novel. So I don't really know which direction it's going in. But I think just the attachment styles that they both have are really interesting. So like with Robin, she clearly has an avoidant attachment sort of style. She's very withdrawn and she sort of keeps herself to herself. And then when you look at her upbringing, you see the relationship she has with her mum. She's also quite a people pleaser as well. And a people pleaser started off as a parent pleaser. So I think that's where her sort of dynamic in a relationship with her mum kicks in. And also being the only one of a load of boys as well, the only girl of a load of boys, that's a really suppressive environment for a girl to grow up in. Like withdrawing herself quite a bit. So I think that's why she lives, like particularly in this novel, she's just lived in her head the entire time, which if you only live in your head, you will drive yourself insane. And I know because I literally drive myself insane on a daily basis.
I relate.
But then Strike is the same on his flip as well. He's very much avoidant as well, because obviously you can have avoidant, you can have an anxious attachment, you can be completely disorganized, which probably Strike does sort of fall into as well. But I think the relationship with with Rokeby, I think is going to be a really interesting dynamic for Strike to confront over the next book, because he's just built Rokeby up as this absolute demon in his head, when you may have just had an unreliable narrator for the last however many books.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think whilst the Hallmarked Man has very much been a lot about Strike's personal development, with him deciding to not go down the route of sleeping with everybody he can find, the next one I think is very much going to be more about Robin's journey of dealing with herself and dealing with the relationship dynamics she's got with her home life, how she's dealing with Strike, and the fact that she just needs to be a lot more open if she actually wants anything to move forward. When we finished The Running Grave, the way Murphy was turning out, I was just like, he's 100% going to try and stealth get her pregnant. I was just like, I'm convinced, and I'm convinced he's going to hit the bottle again, because people don't change. You can try, but certain things are like really hardcore, like wired in there. So his behavior in this didn't really surprise me, to be honest. But I think where he's absolutely like flipped on a switch, where he's got very angry very quickly, and Robin's been shocked, I think we're going to see a lot more of that, and we're going to see a very ugly side of Murphy in the next book. It's not going to be great for Robin, but I think
it's going to be great for me.
Yeah, great for all of us.
Great for reading,
great for
not
Strike.
for Robin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so interested in this attachment style stuff because I don't know that much about it.
The thing when you've got an avoidant attachment is that you end up, so limerence is a big thing, where you basically project all of your stuff that this person in front of me is going to be the dream person that's directly in front of me, and everything's wonderful. But then you get into the relationship and you get about 3, 6, 9 months down the line and you go, holy shit, actually, you've got a lot of flaws. And that's what I didn't account for. And then it slowly starts peeling things back.
Interesting.
When it comes to it, and I'm not a psychologist, I've just read a lot of books because I've got terrible parents. So when it comes to attachment styles, so you've got secure, and you actually, with kids, you only need to meet about 30% of their basic needs in order for them to have a secure attachment with a parent.
Good news.
So it's like really low. After that, you've got an anxious attachment. So you've normally got a parent who's emotionally unavailable. And then you as a child is like constantly trying to figure out, how can I please my parent? Hence where I think a lot of Robin gets her people pleasing from. And then if you've got a parent who is really dismissive, you know, if you fall and hurt your knee, they'll come and look after it because it's a very practical thing to do. But if you've got any type of emotional need, then as a child, you end up like really withdrawing from any of that. And then the worst one of all, which is the club that I'm in, is a disorganized attachment, where you've both got anxious and attachment and avoidant attachment styles. And you can repair all of this anyway. Like, this is not a whole therapy session that I'm going through right now. Can build like a more secure attachment style. When I read it from that perspective, I can see where Robin is coming from, and how, because she's through all these really terrible experiences from that type of relationship perspective, like I can see how their journey is really long in comparison to people who've got this really secure base that they can build a healthy relationship from.
Fingers crossed for book 9.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'd only been looking at it from like a PTSD side of things, because that's my own experience, but that's really interesting. I like that.
All right. I love it. And I'm going to maybe go read a book about this stuff.
Yeah. Attachment styles are fun.
What's the attachment style where I get really invested in fictional characters?
Right.
Relationships. Like, what's that attachment style?
We're all guilty of that.
Is it Delulu? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Mandi.
Thank you, Mandi.
Have a great afternoon, evening, bedtime. Yeah,
definitely.
Yes, it's bedtime. It's definitely bedtime.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Franzi.
Hi.
We have to talk very, very first. Just what a hand. What a hand. The arm had hair. The hand had hair.
Yeah. Oh,
I think I love the first reactions. That was just the hand, the arm, large and hairy, and like, okay.
It was large. It was hairy.
The right place, yeah.
It was everything I needed it to be. It was perfect. Thank you.
Yes. I drew it and I thought, I think I know at least one person who's going to know this.
You were right.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, hello.
What did you think of the Hallmarked Man?
Awkward pause.
I know, right?
Well, where do I start?
Yeah, exactly. I'm still really torn about it for some reason. I think the excitement was quite a bit beforehand. So I was really looking forward to going into it. And then I started reading at 5 in the evening and sort of stopped reading at 9 in the morning. I was done, I was tired, I was bummed out, and I was really excited, and my back hurt because I was just so tense the entire time. And my partner came in and he's like, so did you actually move? Because you're in exactly the same place as when I left you. And I was like, I didn't move.
No movement.
So I don't think I've done that since Deathly Hallows. So that was quite interesting. Wow. Yeah, I'm torn. I really liked parts of it and I really disliked others.
I think it's a hard book to process.
And I think that's okay because it's okay to dislike the things that are really emotionally hard. And they were really emotionally hard in this book.
It was.
They were.
I think I got very close to actually having an anxiety attack when I read Robin's part. I was like, oh my God, maybe I need to put the book away for a second and then come back in a minute. I think I've drank at least 10 liters of tea throughout because I needed to take tea breaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was just, it's very strange. It was a really hopeful book and a really hopeless one. So
at the same time.
Endings and beginnings, especially, with the end, which I skipped ahead. I read the ending first.
Oh, you're the third person.
Oh shit, this is going to get really bad. And I wished I hadn't. And then I was quite happy that I did, because if you read the ending first, it's terrible. And then you read the entire process towards the ending, it gets worse. But it also gets better.
Even though I absolutely love him shouting a love confession and a proposal, it was amazing.
I loved it.
Yeah, again, torn about it. It's quite nice, but also it's you thought that was the best thing you could do, like shouting?
No, he didn't think it. He didn't think it was the best time, but he had to do it.
Thing is, he was waiting. He was trying to set up the best time.
He was trying to be romantic.
The moment he said, "Oh, I'm planning it," I'm like, "No, sorry."
Yeah.
Even without having read the ending, I knew this is going to go so wrong in so many ways, and I was in there for the ride. I was just kind of looking out at how bad it would be. So eventually, I think I had to take a break, call a friend, and just yell for half an hour and go, "Oh my God, this was bad."
But also, it's not the end.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the end. We'll get there.
Yeah, that's the hoping part where I'm like, okay, this is book 8.
It's that pivotal moment.
Somebody described it as the Order of the Phoenix. 2 books before the end.
Yeah.
And that's pretty helpful as
Harry
well.
got shouty at the end of that book.
He was shouty throughout.
He wasn't proposing marriage, but he was shouting.
Do we get some caps lock Robin in book 9 then?
I love it when Robin shouts. So I really hope we get caps lock Robin.
I mean, she at least went the sort of I'm the boss when she talks to Kim on the phone. And then she goes like, excuse me. And I love that.
That was so good.
I was cheering Robin on for quite a bit of the book when she's talking to Linda and then when she has the confrontation with Kim. And I was like, yes, this is the Robin we kind of have come to know. And
she did a great job with the murder. She did great detective work.
Yes. And then her personal stuff, it's just...
her life's a mess, but she's a private detective. Of course, her life is a mess while she's solving murders. She's in a detective novel.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Yeah. She's just not aware. I think Strike and Robin are just unaware that they are in a detective novel. And this is going to
go. So unaware.
I mean, so frustrating.
Yeah, I think we needed to go through all of this frustration, just like we needed to go through Ink Black Heart, which was also difficult at points.
To be fair, though, I think Hallmarked Man isn't as on my personal list. It doesn't rank as low as Ink Black Heart or the Silkworm, but it's also not up there. It's just
kind of hanging out in the middle.
Middling.
I think it's a book that'll be better as it's processed.
Yes, I think once we get book 9 and 10,
better looking back and seeing where everything's set up.
Right? Honestly, after we got Running Grave, I can appreciate Ink Black Heart so much more.
Yeah.
And I like it so much more than I did the first time. So yeah, it's going to be like that, I think.
We're all going to love it. I
hope so. I'm crossing all fingers, even the ones that I don't have.
I think the theme of this season is going to be process the book. Appreciate that it's part of a larger picture. Help us cope. It's literally the support group.
And I mean, it does end on a vaguely hopeful note. I mean, not an optimistic note, but a hopeful one.
I am very optimistic.
I too am very optimistic.
I am deeply optimistic. Listen, you know the whole thing about the tube ticket for May 29th, 2017 we've all been thinking was a wedding? She has like 3 or 4 weeks to sort herself out and they could still make that wedding date.
It's not going to happen, fools.
It could. It could. If she said, fine, I'm calling your bluff. Let's do it.
She has enough time to break up with him and then go to the registry office, go get your wedding license.
They only need to give 28 days notice. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we got the proposal before the first kiss. Why don't we get the marriage before anything else?
Their first kiss at the altar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Book one starts with her storming and she's like, fine.
You know what? Let's try that.
If you're so serious, let's do it. They play marriage chicken, end up married for the rest of their lives. I'd love that.
Oh my God.
But like
marriage
they actually
chicken.
do love each other and want to get married.
At this point, I don't think J.K. Rowling will do that.
She'll just probably
put us
not.
through the ringer for at least one more book. And
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be the way Running Grave was after Blackheart, but better because he said it.
And I remain absolutely convinced that the wedding marriage foreshadowing is in there still.
Oh, even more convinced now.
Even more. Yeah, it's happening.
It's definitely. I mean, they're basically engaged. All she has to do is say yes. So they're halfway to an engagement.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, she'll say yes to another guy.
No.
But
she will.
I think it's pretty likely, though.
I'm actually going to be... I'm not knowing this as hard as I was saying no to one of them having a kid, which I was a hard no. However, I think there's a lot of reason to discuss and debate her saying no. I think there's precedent for that. So I'm not just jumping into, yes, she's saying yes for sure. I think there's a lot to discuss. And I think a no is a possibility.
I think she might call in a bomb threat to get out of that dinner. That's what I would do.
She might say yes first to Murphy simply because they're in a public setting. And what a shitty thing to do to propose in a public setting, especially if you've never talked about it. It's just such a red flag. The red flag guy is probably wrapped in it.
Red flag guy is running around.
The fact that she just told him they can't be making any decisions.
Right.
Or making any moves.
Murphy.
So I feel like there's hope for me that that's not going to happen. But I understand the idea that she might. But
yeah, I hope she says no afterwards. That she goes, yes, for this moment. And then once they're home, she's going to
once they're on the
into
pavement.
him like, what the fuck, dude? You can't do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping for this. Will probably not happen, but I mean, I would love for her to say no simply because it's such a shitty situation and they shouldn't get married anyway, not just for shipping reasons, but for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the reasons.
All of the reasons. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for your drawing.
Thank you for your drawing.
You're most welcome. I will provide you with more.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you.
Yes, please. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope that
you too.
The processing goes well.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope it will.
Hang your hopes. You get your hopes up. Really. Super good idea.
That sounds very good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good evening.
Bye.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Welcome, Fiona.
Thank you.
All right. What are your thoughts on the Hallmarked Man?
So I'm on my second read. So the first one was a read, listen. I started with the listen and then the book arrived. So I did that. And I found it, I really enjoyed the mystery of the first one, although I didn't have any fucking idea what happened, to be quite honest. And it turns out I missed loads. And then I just felt really sad and despondent. And I thought, I can't continue. Like, I can't wait another 2 years. And then I reminded myself that these are not real people.
What?
Wait, hold on. How dare you?
I know. And my husband is like, what is going on with you? Are you still in your strike fog of doom? And I was like, I can't talk to anybody. I was with my family. I was like, I just need. And so then I listened to you guys and I still felt sad. And I've started to listen to it again. And it's not as bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm finding
bad.
that as well.
I feel like, particularly that middle section, which you feel like, Robin, what the fuck's going on, is not in any way as bad because you see how much she still loves him.
Yes.
And actually, and all of that comes through. I think that is much better. So I know I did really enjoy it. I'm probably not the only person to have said that. But
no, you're the first
really
one who made that joke. That's good.
But if they are not shagging in book 10, I'm fucking over it. Like, it is not acceptable. I've committed too many hours of my life. And if they've not, I need it to move on. I need there to be a bit of that because there's not enough fan fiction in the world to fill this gap. So we need this to move on. So that is my general Sorry.
I think we all need
I feel
that.
strongly about this.
I think it'll happen.
Do you think?
He's proposed to her now. It's out there. It's shouted.
Yeah.
They can't go back to ignoring that. I don't think he's going to let her ignore it. I think he's just going to...
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he'll let her ignore it.
I just worry. I heard Kenz's reaction that she thinks that she'll say yes, and that made me feel very sad.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with that. I think she's going to run away somewhere warm for a weekend.
I think so too, because she actually has been, there's a lot of hints about that in my reread. I'm picking up a lot of hints that she wishes she could get away for a little bit to get some perspective. So I think she's going to. And I also like the thing that you said, that in that middle bit, her love for Strike still shines through.
It keeps come through, yeah.
It was hard for me to notice that on my first read because I was so stressed about it. But now on my second read, I just got through that part. And you see it so much, especially in her anger. She actually admits to herself in chapter 56 when she's crying in the office that the thing that she has been waiting for and the reason why she's been pushing Murphy away is because she is waiting for Strike to be more direct with her about his feelings for her. She is waiting for him. So her love for him is still there in that anger, and that's why she's so angry.
Yeah, I completely agree. I also thought it was basically just an absolute shit show for Strike in a comedy fashion between the Marguerite, all of the stuff. It's just funny. But it's wiped all of that clean. He's now, essentially, none of that can come back. She needs to sort herself out, get rid of Murphy, obviously, and then it'll be wonderful. And I think something has happened, and actually just been in your WeChat room, which is very fun. It's like, there's no one from Central Scotland, which is very frustrating. But anyway, I will work on that. But I think he's been drinking since just after she came out of Chapman Farm. Yeah. And someone suggested they thought it might have been earlier because she said he stopped talking about work then. And I think that will all come up and she'll be raging and she will ditch him. She's very good at getting angry at him, but not very good at leaving him.
Yeah. Yeah. She needs to take that extra step. I think she's just not invested enough to be hurt enough by him to be angry at him. Like, she gets raging at Strike because she's hurt by him. She doesn't love Murphy enough to be really hurt at her core by his lies, right? Like, she's upset, she's hurt, she's angry.
That's why she forgives it so easily. Betrayed,
but he hasn't wounded the very heart of her like Strike can.
You think so? I hadn't thought about it like that. Yeah.
I've noticed that because there was one time where she keeps the peace with everyone, or she'll try to make up with Murphy or her mother. And then there was one part where it said she just wanted to get to Strike and have it out with him. She doesn't ever think that.
Yeah. I agree.
Which is healthy.
He's her healthiest relationship. Strike is the only one she can really be herself with. Even when she's hiding things and he's hiding things and they're a mess, it's still the closest they both get to it. I feel so certain he's taking that final step and said, fuck, I'm being honest. This is what I want.
And I know why it had to happen on the stairs, but I feel like it could have happened a bit earlier.
I think that's another reason it's so hard is because she left us on this cliffhanger.
No. Oh my God.
She's never left us on a cliffhanger like this before.
It's not been as bad as this.
No. I mean, Career of Evil was a cliffhanger, but not as much as this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Do you think it will be 2 years?
I'm hoping it's going to be 1 year. I'm going to prepare my heart
so fast.
She
went right into writing.
Yeah, but she also went right into writing this one.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, I can only reread them all again so many times. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I have to develop other hobbies and stuff like that.
It's a nightmare.
Which is like wildly, it is. Listen, ladies, I'm going to leave you to it because you must be knackered. But your podcast is fantastic.
Thank you.
It's saved me.
Thank you.
And it's been a great distraction in many different things in my life, and it's been wonderful. And here's to them finally getting together.
They're gonna. Cheers.
Yeah. They're gonna get married.
Yeah.
They're
Don't worry
married.
about it.
Well, let's hope so.
At least we're all going through it together, you know?
Well, that's the thing. It does feel a bit like counselling.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I told J.K. Rowling that she needs to pay for my therapy now.
Yeah.
And she liked it. So I'm waiting for the check.
All right. Well,
fair dues. Fair dues.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Fiona.
you.
No worries. Have a good evening.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hi.
So nice meeting you guys.
You too.
Hi, nice to meet you. What would you like us to call you? Just Kay?
Kay's good. Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. How are you feeling about The Running Grave? Not The Running Grave, The Hallmarked Man.
That's the second time you've done that.
I know.
It was the best book and it was the worst book. I loved it and I hated it. It was funny because everybody on the Discord kind of had a different vibe from it. And I loved all the romantic moments. So when I listened to y'all's podcast, I was like, yes, I'm home. These are my homies. They get it. easily remedied.
Never has a moment been more iconic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Romantic. That instantly shot me up to here. I mean, you heard me.
It was awesome. Easily remedied was so hot.
So hot.
I don't know how she had this strength of character to say no to that, because
hold me by the upper arm strike.
I'm like, okay, I'll be the bad guy. I don't care.
I mean, I would have loved it for the plot, but I'm so proud of her. I'm so glad that she, stayed true to her character.
Yeah, good. She has more character than I do anyways, in the moral sense. So that makes sense. What was your favorite thing what was the best besides the big ones?
I guess to say something different, because I'm sure everybody's touched on the same things. I really loved how it ended up being a tragic love story in the end between Decima and Rupert.
Yeah.
I was kind of heartbroken whenever it was just like, oh, he doesn't want anything to do with her. But coming back at the end and Robin being like, I think I know why. And them being brother and sister, that was just so tragic. And in the moment that Tristan and Isolde was referenced in chapter 45 in the epigraph, I was like, this is not going to end well, guys. I didn't know who, obviously, but I love that movie. I haven't really read any of it, but I love that. I love tragic love stories.
I'm wanting to somehow make a connection. This is not a fully formed thought, but you've just sparked something in me. So with Decima and Rupert being a tragic love story, they can't be together. But she was so confident in him that he would never do this. He would never do that. Compare it with Strike and Robin, where they're not going to be a tragic love story, but she's doubting. It's like the doubt that Robin has counters the confidence that Decima had, but they're reversed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
I'm following you.
Yeah. And of course, Decima was, she was right. He didn't want to leave her. He didn't want to. He did love her. Just very unfortunate.
And it was like the only thing to keep them apart.
I love how Strike says that at the end, that he has two parents who love him and love each other, and Robin's just like melting over it.
Yeah.
Robin saying that they're never going to be able to be together and loving each other so much. And it's like, hello, wake up.
Yeah. They're going to love each other forever.
But they are not. But Strike and Robin will.
They will.
They will. Theirs is not a tragedy.
It's a slow burn. It's the best slow burn ever.
It's going to have a happy ending.
Look, J.K. Rowling has as much as told us she has a plan. She says, don't worry, I have a plan.
I mean, I knew immediately from the moment the ectopic pregnancy was mentioned that they were not going to get together. I knew it. I was preparing myself. So I was like, let me focus on the case. And this is actually the first one I ever solved, ever. I have a board.
Oh my God, you have a murder board.
All the post-its. Oh, this is not in focus.
So I love that.
Very early on, I was like,
good.
yeah, I'm sus of Griffiths. That small golden figurine that he had, he said the souvenir, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud. Finally have gotten one right.
Good job.
I started reading after Silkworm. So every single one, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get it this time.
And you did it.
That's amazing.
Good job.
Because I don't even try.
Yeah, same.
I don't try either, but I did guess.
You did. I heard you on the podcast. Yes.
And I almost wasn't going to record that because I was like, no, it's not going to be him. And then I'm going to look dumb.
I'm so glad you did.
I was like, who cares about that? So I did it anyway.
Yeah.
He was sus. I'm appreciating the murder more on this time around. I was too anxious the first time around to really appreciate it. But the cluster of sex criminals, I feel like there's a word for them. The cluster of sexually violent men around the Silver Vault. It was a clue that the main murder had something to do with that.
Yeah.
So then a missing girl in relation to someone they visit missing on the interrail. That should have tipped me off. But I think it was actually really well crafted.
I was a little disappointed about the Freemasons, but I did appreciate the sex trafficking a little bit, the plot point of that. So I know on the reread it's going to be a lot better.
Will you do us a favor and send us a picture of your murder board?
Sure.
Since it's blurry right now. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Some of the post-its have fallen off, but yeah, sure.
I want to see.
That's fine. It's going to be amazing. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you for doing this. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys. I love your podcast and I love chatting with you guys on Discord. My name's Kay on there. So
nice to put a face to a name.
Yeah. There you are. Well, have a great night.
You too.
Thank you again.
You guys for doing this.
Bye.
Nina, your namesake caused trouble in this book. On behalf of Nina's everywhere, I'm so sorry. I'm like, Nina, I was rooting for you. I defended you.
It's really embarrassing. I don't know. Like, it's been like 5 years. You got to move on.
She so really. Long. And blaming him for ruining the life of her friend. Girl, your friend was cheating. What are you talking about?
That's the part that made me more mad.
Yeah, that was infuriating.
She's blaming him for that. Come on.
It's nuts. She needs to put a Lindsay prominently in these books so that we can.
Well, too bad it's not going to be one that gets to sleep with Strike because that's over with.
Ship sailed. So, Nina, welcome to the podcast.
Good to meet you all.
Thank you for waiting and for joining us. What did you think of The Hallmarked Man?
I loved it.
Nice.
It gave me a lot of feelings.
Yeah, I think it gave us a lot of feelings.
You know, we're all working on that along with Strike and Robin, you know, dealing with our feelings. Right?
Yep.
So I got the same hangover that a lot of people got just by reading.
Yeah.
I've had to work through it. I'm doing a re-listen now, which is lovely, but I only just finished the Christmas chapters.
Oh.
So that's where I am, like in Masham mentally.
Oh, yeah. Same. I hadn't even realized first time around that she's trying to look at the horizon to keep herself steady in Masham and fails because she can only see Murphy's angry. But then Strike tells her to look at the horizon on the way to Sark to keep her steady, but he's right there beside her. And I didn't even. It literally points out in the text when they get to Sark that she thinks of Masham. It still didn't register with me because I was so overwhelmed. But I'm like, she needs Strike to keep her horizon steady.
The whole book is things coming in and out of focus for Robin, right? I really felt that in the Christmas chapters. Obviously, we all noticed it in the Imperfect Best Friend.
Yeah.
But you know, in Masham, obviously, it's very visceral because she's very drunk.
Yep.
And things are coming in and out of focus and like things are blurry. But like that's her mind, the whole book, right? For different reasons.
Oh my God, that bit was so, I was like, oh, I know that feeling. Oh my God. She's describing that really well. Joe's had a few too many before.
But at least she was with her brothers. That makes me feel better.
Stephen,
I love Stephen.
Her.
The only thing I could fault Stephen about is getting along with Murphy for a bit. But then I think he saw it and he was like I really love Stephen.
I think he's a bit suspicious now of Murphy because like, he's a big brother. He's not going to see that anger and like not register it. That's in his head now.
Did you notice when he puts his arm around her to like steady her? She says this was not at all like when Strike did it when she was drunk after
Yep.
Well, just nothing brotherly about it.
Oh my goodness.
I sure did notice that.
We sure did notice that.
Who did you hate?
Yes. Which character are you shoving off of a cliff?
Off a log coupe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the easy answer, but Kim, right? Like she's not a girl's girl. She's like out for herself.
Yeah.
She's undercutting the other women. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I was just listening to her like little text message to Strike over Christmas.
My God.
Right? That was her little ploy. But he doesn't fall for it. He says, I did this with Charlotte. What?
And she was way better at it.
She was like the grandmaster of seduction.
Kim is so transparent. It's embarrassing.
It is
like
kind of
we're all just embarrassed for her. And angry, but also it's cringe.
Very insecure.
And mean to Robin, insecure about other women. She's not a girl's girl.
Really not what we want to see. But she got what was coming to her.
Ooh, yes, she did.
And the other thing I noticed when we were listening to the Christmas chapters, the way that Kim is a slightly less potent Charlotte, I thought maybe there's comparisons between Ryan and Matthew, right? Matthew's the actual worst.
Yeah.
Ryan is also the worst. Like he's got a lot of these bad qualities. He's not quite on that level.
Yeah. He's really gunning for it. At some, he's gunning for it by the end. I feel like he's really working hard to get
pushing it.
The title.
Yeah.
But how to like Matthew showing back up. We haven't talked about Matthew and Sarah.
Delightful, right?
Yes.
I think you said like you were hoping maybe he looked terrible whenever he came back. And he like not looking great.
He's not looking great. Sarah Miss Puffy face. I bet she hated seeing Robin looking so thin.
Yeah. How mad would Matthew be to see Strike after he's lost all that weight, knowing that Matthew's gained a little?
Oh, he'd be so mad.
I love that for me.
See, I want Strike and Robin to spend Christmas together in London, but I also now want them to go to Massam so that Matthew can see how good Strike's looking.
Oh yeah.
It's their lives to do it. All subsequent
right.
Christmases.
Exactly.
There's so many
up there.
Even if we don't get to see it, it'll happen at some point.
I loved how angry Sarah was to find Matthew talking to Robin. I'm like, oh ho ho.
She's like, not again.
How the turntables.
How the turntables. I liked Matthew and Robin's interaction because I mean, you could see a bit of what they had before because like her feelings about it are burnt out now. So it's just.
Well, except for I felt like she had no time to spare for him.
She's like, she didn't have time to spare for him, but she still made him laugh, which you see why because she's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Did you notice that the song that was playing in the bar when she saw Matthew was Not Tonight, Santa?
Yeah.
Right? Which made me
not today, Satan.
Not today, exactly. Satan.
She says it or she thinks it twice, and it's just
it's so perfect.
She glosses right over him. He barely registers.
I've never heard Not Tonight, Santa.
I haven't either.
Is that a UK carol that we've just missed? We got to go listen to this now when the chapter gets here.
Yeah.
And then ending Christmas with that bracelet.
The release that Robin needed, the epigraph is something about her breaking, right? She needed that. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And it's so meaningful. And then she instantly talks herself out of her feelings. And I'm like, I hope she thinks about the bracelet on the way to the Ritz because, girl, he told you.
That's the jewelry that she wants, and that's meaningful to her.
She got to wear that down the aisle is what I'm saying. I don't care if it doesn't match the wedding outfit.
Yeah, who cares?
It's meaningful.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you so much for joining us, Nina. Do you have any final thoughts that you want to?
Yes, my final thoughts are that you all are fantastic. You all add so much to our enjoyment of these books and the hard work that you all put in, the thoughtfulness, it's evident in everything you put out. So good work.
Thank you. These episodes are so good for my ego. Thank you.
We need that sometimes. Bye. All.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Nina. Bye.
Hi, Annachiara.
Welcome, Annachiara. How are you tonight?
So I've been sick a bit and now I'm getting better. But of course, now I'm getting a cough fit now when I'm supposed to talk.
It planned it.
If you start coughing, we can
I'll edit it out.
Tell us how you felt about the Hallmarked Man.
I've been so incredibly miserable. Miserable and stressed. But it's been a very stressful time of my life now. And it's been really hard to know where the book misery starts and when the life misery starts. It's been...
That's rough.
I mean, I was going to job interviews in the middle of it. I was so stressed and miserable. Is this real life? Is this my life?
It's just a fantasy.
This is not... escapism.
David was laughing at me. Oh no, Pools is frozen. Wait, I think she's coming back. David, wait, hold on. Am I the only one who sees this happening?
No.
Okay.
I also don't hear it. I don't hear it.
I was trying to sing. How does the song go? Is this real life?
Is this just fantasy?
Yeah. There you are, but now you're in the wrong place. I have to move you.
I don't know what happened.
In the wrong place.
Yeah, arranged on the Zoom screen. I don't know what happened. That was so weird. Oh, well, keep going, I guess.
We were singing.
What were you singing?
We were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. So we're going IBH.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And similar to IBH. So, I mean, this book, I mean, it feels weird to talk about it now after only one read. I haven't had time to do anything. I've started the audiobook.
I'm on my second read too. Normally, I would have liked to have had it.
Yeah, I would have too. I think I'm on chapter 80 something. Where am I? I'm on a chapter.
I just started part 7.
It was similar to, I think I'm still in part 2. So they talk about the case all the time. Oh my God.
So much case. So little romance. I found I enjoyed it more on a second read, or I enjoyed it because I have less anxiety.
It's less stress.
I think this will be like IBH for me.
Yeah.
I will enjoy it more on the second time. Although I did like reading IBH, then the ending crushed me. But this time it was the opposite, the other way around. I was miserable throughout, and then I liked the ending. So
yeah, we all liked that ending.
Oh yeah,
kinda.
Marry me, marry me. My husband's gonna be like, "Why are you just yelling 'marry me' all the time?" Because I probably yelled
David.
it. I know he knows
David.
why. I didn't tell you guys. David maybe I told you, Annachiara, David read the book, right? And so I come home Wednesday night after the book came out, and I was like, what part are you on? And he goes, oh, I finished it. You finished it and you didn't text me or anything?
Breakdown, or
you didn't tell me? He's like, yeah, I finished it. Just like it's a normal thing. Like he finished the book and didn't need to text me right away, didn't need to process it with anybody. I don't understand him as a human. I know.
He was like he wanted to surprise you with it. Like, it was a mind
and
games.
He thinks it's funny. Yeah. He thinks it's funny that I'm over here emotionally distraught, and I told him that I needed a hug after I finished reading it, because he's like, they're going to end up married. I'm like, I don't care. You don't know what we're going through. Like, what do you
don't understand? These are real people, and now they're frozen in that moment for 2 years.
What do you mean?
He's going to get engaged too another time.
What do you mean this is funny for you? You're so funny.
They delight in our pain and our suffering.
What's wrong with him?
But the ending. Ken thinks she's going to say yes. I think she's going to have a literal anxiety attack when he pulls out the ring.
I think I'm going to I'm not saying for sure no that she's not going to say yes, but I think I'm going to take the opposite view.
If we all just guess 3 different things,
one of us will be right.
So meltdown, yes, no.
Or diarrhea. That's my other option. I think
in meltdown, I also include channels her anger at Strike to get rightfully angry at Murphy for pulling this shit, and then really go on the offense. And
yes, please,
get really mad at him for it.
Or no proposal.
That's also a possibility.
Surprise, no
because
proposal.
He would be literally insane to do it.
He might propose a surprise trip to Spain to visit his sister. I saw someone mention that today, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, Robin doesn't want to go to that.
No, but she could have another vacation with another romantic interest where she yet again
wonders if she's in love with Strike. Yeah.
She wanted to go somewhere sunny.
You've been so wrong about everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, I'm not a tinfoily kind of person.
I do know that. It's one of my favorite things about you.
When everybody, bring up like the pregnancy, I'm like, for 2 years, I'd be like, no, of course not. That's like so.
You know what?
And now we got to eat our humble pie.
I will not. I refuse. You know why? Because we are right. There was no baby. There was no baby for either of them. And in my opinion, having an ectopic pregnancy and then finding out you can't have kids is the opposite of a pregnancy scare.
It is.
It never would have been viable.
Exactly. It wasn't I will dig my heels in and say, we were right. We were right.
Sure.
No baby. Thank you.
There's going to be 4 books with fucking Murphy.
I thought about that the other day.
But he's going to he's going to go out in a blaze of hopefully Strike punching him in the face at some point. I feel like he's cruising for a punching.
Is going to be flambe.
He's going to be dumped at some point, way before the end. He's going to lose it, possibly start drinking. And we've seen how angry and violent he gets drinking.
You know that I follow Stephen Hagen on Instagram, and I found myself irrationally annoyed.
I know. I was seeing his face.
I was like,
yeah, dude, go and do your play.
So sorry. Go do your play.
It looks lovely.
We're totally kidding. Totally kidding.
Do you think we'll get Care back to see Matthew in the show? Because I love Care Logan.
Maybe.
I would love him to get a little cameo.
Can we have Diane in there somehow?
Hire her to play Matthew's mom. Oh wait,
Matthew's dead.
Oh yeah, Matthew's mom is dead.
Zombie.
I'm like, oh wait.
We forgot.
No, everyone forgets she did. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
What were you saying?
That was one of the few things that I hoped, even after IBH. I mean, when she, turned out to go out on a date, at least I hope that the only thing that Matthew would see her with someone else.
That was really satisfying.
A guy handsomer than he is at this point.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that they would even talk, but would have been a bit heavy-handed.
She's too busy working to talk, so nothing's changed.
No, Murphy and Matthew.
I would have liked that.
Yeah, that would have been good.
But Joe is a better writer than me.
Joe knows what she's doing. She's crafting a story. Yeah. She's doing it intentionally. This is something that has to happen before we get the happy ending. It's going to get us the happy ending. So we just have to remember that this is necessary for them to be together properly.
Yeah.
We will see how it all fits. When we look back, there will be that perfect moment where everything fits.
Marry me.
Marry me.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
Oh my gosh, hold on. I just had a thought.
What's your thought?
What if Robin, like somehow music always is in the background? What if she's just like walking through a store trying to clear her head and I don't know, that Bruno Mars song comes on. How does that song go?
Which one?
The Marry Me song.
Oh,
I don't know. Something about.
Is it the one with that viral proposal and then The Office?
Marry you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the looking nana or is it this dancing juice?
Yeah.
Who cares, baby?
I think I want to marry you. Yes.
When did that song come out?
I don't know, but when
was that
Robin
a meme?
To hear it.
Hang on. Now I got to look this up before we let you go.
There's been so many babies talked about in this book. Maybe in the next book will be marriage heavy.
Oh.
Marriage.
Yes.
Marriage heavy. And then, she's just had 2 proposals.
Marry You by Bruno Mars came out in 2010.
Yeah, Marry You viral proposal video, because that would get it back on the...
So, yeah.
Imagine if Murphy organizes a flash
oh my
mob
God.
for proposal.
How embarrassing.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Well, he's cringe. So.
Yeah, he is cringe.
Can you imagine?
Although I don't think he has enough friends to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
I'll just say one last thing. I did not expect that she was going to do this, bringing up all these characters.
Yes.
Marguerite, I mean, come on. But not only her. In general, of course, in Harry Potter, she did this, but she said it's like 1,000 wizards in the UK, so it makes sense. But here, I never expected it to, especially not in 8. But in general, I did not think it was going to happen. That was really surprising.
It was fun for me, though.
It was like so many characters. Well, their past is coming back to bite them in the ass, basically.
I was even thinking, like, Nina's friend.
Wait, yeah, who was that?
It was non-named.
It was someone Midge caught.
Yeah, unnamed woman. Yeah.
I bet we could figure out who Midge caught cheating and match the descriptions.
Well, it could have been out of.
Yeah, it could have been off page or off screen. It could have been. Maybe.
I'm gonna look into it.
Okay, go look.
Okay. Thank you, Annachiara. Have a wonderful evening. I'm sure we'll all talk to you soon.
Hi.
Hi.
Natalie, thank you so much for waiting this long.
No, not at all. I joined like 2 hours ago, so we've been having great stuff in the room, so it's all good. It's great to put faces to voices.
No, totally.
Welcome to the podcast.
Our group therapy session.
Yes. Our support group.
Definitely in the emotions closet for pretty much all of this book.
Yeah.
We're all cycling through the closet.
The emotions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about the running Hallmarked Man?
I know.
Where to go? I keep doing that.
She keeps calling it the running grave.
It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, bit of background. I actually only read all the books for the first time this year. So I started Sisters Calling in January, and then as the summer months were going by, I picked one a month until September.
Nice.
I didn't wait that long, but it was probably one of the most anticipated books of my life aside from Harry Potter. So I was ridiculously excited. I couldn't sleep. So then because of all that build up, I was a little bit disappointed then when I read the book.
I'm just thinking of how much trouble you're in now that you have to wait for the next one.
But actually, I'm glad because I'm upset that I didn't join earlier because I started reading Cuckoo's Calling when it first came out and I didn't like it, which seems laughable to me now since I'm so obsessed. But my mum read The Running Grave just on its own and she loved it. So I was like, I'll give it another try. And then obviously I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
That's so fun. I'm sorry for your suffering. But it's so fun to me because we had a 3-year wait between Career of Evil and Lethal White. And
those were the only 2 I read back to back actually were Career of Evil and Lethal White because how could you not? So I've heard that's called the lethal wait.
Yeah, it was.
But I was there for all of Harry Potter, so I've been through the agony of being there from the beginning.
Yeah, that was me too with the midnight releases on that one. I can't believe I'm still doing midnight releases for her books at the age of nearly 40.
Was there sleep loss? Because there was sleep loss for me.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't fall asleep until I finished.
I didn't go to bed till 5:30 a.m. the next day. I was awake for almost 24 hours. And then every time I tried to actually fall asleep, I'd roll over and think of Marry Me. And I just...
I actually couldn't fall asleep until I finished the book. And I finished it by 6 and then I had to go to work. So that was
fun.
Next release, I'm taking days off work.
Yes,
that's what I did.
That's the way to go. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, because I was waiting for my physical copy to arrive. So I was going to go to sleep because I didn't have any access to it. But then the Kindle sample dropped. So I'll just read this and then I'll go to sleep. And then I read the Kindle sample and then I was like, my mind was, racing until about 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep from that. Yeah. Then the next night I just stayed up until I finished it.
Yeah, that's welcome to the experience.
Insanity. Yeah,
welcome to the suffering and being happy about it.
Yeah, and now you get to live through the wait and see the clues that she'll post, which is so fun.
Well, actually, I didn't look at any of the clues. I've been kind of lurking on this subreddit on the Reddit, so I was like getting little spoilers for each of them. So I wanted to know nothing about this book. I knew there was a silver vault, and that was about it.
Oh,
wow!
That must have been an experience going in.
So, do you know any of the clues for book 9 so far?
Just the aerospike picture that she posted, but nothing more than that.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll be able to avoid it this time around, because obviously I'll be listening to you and you'll be discussing it. So
yes, we have some headers.
But actually, your podcast will tide me over nicely, because I've only listened to your run through of The Cuckoo's Calling, because I reread that and now I'm on something.
Okay.
But I jumped around to specific chapters, so I read your last chapter on Running Grave, because how could I not? And I went back to the Ink Black Heart chapter where she said she loves him for the first time, so I wanted to hear that. So I've been jumping around a bit as well.
You know what? That's valid. That's so valid.
I was like, I want to hear what they say about this, because I'm screaming and I need them to scream.
That's so exciting for you to be able to now experience this torture with us. You're a bit, I feel like it's happened a lot, that you get so excited for the book and it happens and you can't really, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like a real book yet.
Yeah, when I first started, I was like, this doesn't seem real. What's happening?
Yeah.
Like the way Ted just dies in a sentence, I was like, oh, Ted's gone.
God.
Okay. And I predicted that Robin would have an ectopic pregnancy. That was one of my guesses. So I was just devastated when that turned out to be true. Yeah.
Wow.
I was so upset.
Well, good work.
Yeah.
But also, devastating.
Yeah.
I think that there's a whole processing period for the books.
We got to process it.
You got to reread. It takes time for it to sink in, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I need to read. I think I need to reread all of them like several times to get all of it in my head. Because even the case, I was like, what's happening? I don't care. Let's just get to the next.
That's part of the experience. We don't murder.
But Lindsay, you guessed it, right? You guessed that it was.
I did.
I didn't guess that at all.
No idea how I did it, because I was so lost. There are things that you guys have been talking about with the murder case, because I haven't got to the end of my second read, and I still don't know what they're talking about.
No, there's so many moments where like someone comes back and they mention someone, and I'm just like what was that again?
Yeah, I'm still a little lost with the case, but I was suspicious of him, so I'm proud of myself.
And you said it
in
your voice note, so I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, you should definitely do that again for the next release, because that was really fun to hear your reaction.
It was awesome.
It was nice for us too, I think, because for me, because I was a way to get out my feelings when I needed to.
Emotions out. Yeah. It was so good. Okay, so what was one part of the book that you loved?
The bracelet.
The bracelet.
The bracelet, the Rokeby scene. I actually loved that. I actually thought the book was really funny, despite being so angsty and horrible. I actually laughed out loud a few times. Like when she goes to Massam and she meets Matthew in the pub, and Matthew says to her, it's like, oh, I thought you would end up with Strike. And she goes, you hit that well. That was so funny. I love that.
She's so funny.
So funny. And Strike's inner monologue just hating on Murphy. That was hysterical. So at least there were some moments of like levity in this book.
Yeah. I also really laughed when she says, you're not a things person. Is there anything you're really attached to? And he's like, yeah, my prosthetic leg.
Yeah, I love them.
The darker the books get, the more she puts in the comedy.
Humor
that's
to
just
it.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to ask Jo if she can somehow, we need a bracelet that we can buy.
I do need to buy a bracelet.
You know, we need a bracelet that we can buy with all the charms.
Yeah.
We donate all the money to Lumos or something.
Yeah.
100%.
We need the bracelet. We need
the bracelet.
I am going to need the bracelet, because I went out and bought Narciso right after Troubled Blood.
I know.
You know.
And I don't want to buy a goldfish.
So it's going to have to be a bracelet.
Oh my God, goldfish. That was another really funny bit, like the kind of lucky looking one being called Cormoran. I mean, that was hilarious.
Cormoran, Robin. And
Robin not giving any trouble, like Robin the fish not giving any trouble. I'm so curious, what do you guys think is coming next? Do you think the proposal is going to happen, or do you think something's going to stop it? Do you think she's going to say yes? Do you think she's going to say no? I'm so curious. I have no idea where it's going to go.
I think it's going to get stopped if I had to guess.
The phone call in the final chapter. Do you think that's anything? No. It's like, why would she include that detail? Maybe. Like, who's calling? No.
I don't know. We had one person guess that Robin had a panic attack on the way and someone got her card and called the office.
Yeah.
So that's one guess.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be a passage of time?
I think it's going to start at the beginning, at the whatever immediate aftermath, maybe a prologue, and then it might jump a few weeks or months or so. I don't think it's going to be a huge jump, but I think we need a little bit of a jump so Robin can be a little bit into therapy by the time we pick up.
Yeah. Please, Robin.
Yes,
it's going to be a prologue, and then it's going to be a jump. I can't wait
for that therapy. It's going to be therapy for us.
Listen, last time we were headed to the Ritz at the end of the book, we got the Ritz. I think we're going to get it again. It's just going to be an absolute train wreck. I've said this. I think she's going to have an anxiety attack.
Well, hopefully
when she's
Murphy will
at that
pick
table.
up that she's not in a good mental state, but I don't know.
Has he been picking up on the hints thus far?
Yeah. No, he's the worst.
He's the worst.
I used to feel really sorry for him, but now I actively hate him. I'm
sorry. Yeah, we're all there.
Now you can choke. Please go away.
Yeah, please go
away.
He
can choke on that vodka he's hiding.
Yeah.
I saw someone on Reddit say that they think that Murphy is the father of Bijou's baby, which made me laugh so much.
Well, he wants kids, so
he wants kids.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
They came up with points. It was very funny.
That's funny. Thank you for joining us. Do you have any final thoughts about the books you want to share? I love your story. I love so much that you have to wait.
Super excited for the next one. Can't wait to listen to the rest of the podcast. Can't wait to reread these books over and over again. I'm excited.
Join us.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hi.
Erica, hello. Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for hanging in there.
Well,
I know.
I haven't been talking to 60 billion people all day. So thank you guys so much for doing this. I'm so excited. I listen to the podcast. I've listened to every episode. I love you guys.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
You can tell Lindsay and Ken's apart, which took me years.
Yeah. People have trouble with it.
It's so similar to me.
But now you can be after a while.
Oh, now I know for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you and welcome. I think you are our second to last, except for Elizabeth.
The facilitator. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
I told her I'm visiting friends out of state, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I need to duck out just to
just for
do this
6 hours.
Just
6 hours
Zoom
call.
Yeah.
So tell us what you thought of the book.
Oh my gosh. Well, of course I love the book. I'm a super fan. I love the book. I love books. I listen to them. I read them. I pre-order them, read them, listen to them multiple times. Troubled Blood is not by far, but it is my favorite. I think it is her masterwork.
Yeah.
Of all
I think so too.
I just think it is so brilliant. And I know Running Grave was more popular, probably just with a mass audience. I think it's just the content, the topic was more, widely appealing. And I thought that was great too. But Troubled Blood has my heart a little bit.
Troubled Blood has my heart because of Margot.
Yeah.
Because we got to know her. We got to know her so well.
Yeah.
We really cared about what happened to Margot.
I think also some of the humor in it. The interview, the character development of so many of the interview subjects, where the witnesses, the members of the staff, and then the shock. I mean, the ending, the shock of the ending is the icing on the cake.
I know.
Oh, God,
so
that was good.
I was literally, I think it was Pools. I think it was you who said, you're like, why is he going to visit Janet? Why is he going to go tell Janet who the killer is? And I felt the same way. I was like, oh, that's so weird. Why is he going to go tell Janice?
Well, yes, Troubled Blood, it's hard to beat. But we're also headed to the Ritz at the end of this one.
Yeah, this one was fantastic. I felt like it was vintage. The writing quality was back to her gold standard vintage Rowling Galbraith. I felt like there was a little bit of I don't know, a dip maybe in some of the writing, not in the content or some of the actual
the prose.
Yeah. In maybe Inkluck Heart and Running Grave a little bit. I mean, nothing that didn't make it still among my favorite books. But I felt like this one, I was reading it and I was like, oh my gosh, she's back. This is awesome.
Really good.
I am totally in it. At the same time, I was so confused by the end because I was rushing through it on audio and paper at the same time, going back and forth and
The case might have been slightly confusing the first time around.
But I'm happy about, because I can listen to it again a bunch of times and not be bored.
And
and find something new every time.
Exactly.
It's one of the things I love about these books is constantly finding new things.
I know. Absolutely. I love it so much. Which character in this book would you like to shove off of La Coupe? Just which character are we sending to their watery grave? We've got some obvious answers. I think we'll have to tally up the two who
the two main.
And of course, right now, like I'm blanking on names. So the dog fighting.
Plug.
Yeah.
That's a new one. Yeah.
But probably Kim.
Yeah.
Kim's a popular one.
Kim's a very popular one.
Cochran. Yeah.
We all hate Kim. At least Murphy pretends to respect Robin's job. Kim, the way she disrespected Robin.
I know.
It was so well done. I mean, so well written. It was so clever. It's like, oh my gosh, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to send that, just all of that.
Oh, yeah. Of course she did.
Ignore this. Sorry. I know I'm like drunk. I just don't even look at me. I'm going to lunch after this.
Don't even look at me with no underwear on.
Oh my God, she was a piece of work.
What? It's just for the job. Yeah.
I was so proud of Strike for not letting any of that.
I was so proud of him.
When he told her, we are never, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Oh, it was so satisfying.
Because I was so worried. I was so worried she'd like get him so drunk and take advantage of him or something. But no, I was worried.
Nope.
He's had so much growth in that way. That hopefully maybe it's a precursor to, or a little foreshadowing that Robin may, when she's put in that similar situation of like a situation that she's had a pattern of behavior with, maybe she'll be able to break her pattern.
For sure.
I really
had with Ryan.
Because she was deep in the patterns this book, but I think it's all going to fall apart at the beginning of next book.
Yeah.
She was deep in the patterns, but if you notice when her thought process, she does come close to acknowledging the truth, but then she goes back. So it is some growth to where she was before, where she didn't even allow herself to go that far.
Yeah, and maybe
we'll
she's seeking comfort. I mean, she really was challenged in this book.
Yeah, she was.
Robin, with some really physical, not quite attacks, but, almost where she might just be seeking comfort and subconsciously even, where she wouldn't necessarily even say it, but she's like, I just want the safe thing and I don't want to be challenged in every single aspect of life.
And to her, I think Strike is scarier for her because not getting what she wants there would be more painful than anything. So that's why it's so scary.
She's protecting herself by clinging to this guy that can't touch her heart the way Strike can.
Yeah.
But she's so close. And now that he needed to shout that at her and put everything out there so that she knows.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Have you talked about with anyone what the next case, what people think the next case is going to be?
No, we haven't. Do you have a guess?
That was something I was excited to maybe talk about. I found it a little suspicious that multiple times she mentioned that Strike was watching beheading videos on the dark web. And she's brought up Daesh and ISIS multiple times. And also on her Twitter, she's spoken out about the plight of women in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So I felt like maybe she's doing research in that world. Because the beheading is like, why? Like, I can see that maybe it's just a commentary like, oh, it's so easy for even a just stable, normal person to get sucked into watching this awful stuff. But I felt like that was a little bit more foreshadowing than necessary. I
wonder if there's any way to connect that with the treehouse and the dolls, the headers that she's had.
Maybe.
I was thinking a kid went missing. Because I'm thinking like missing child, just because I want a missing persons and I want and I want it like tight and I want to care. If it was like a child from, I don't know, some kind of immigrant household, Muslim household that I don't know if there were issues. I don't know. Stuff like, I don't know.
Well, she also, I was going to say one of the neighbors that she was trying to get in touch, they were trying to get in touch with, the upstairs neighbor had a Muslim name as well. Not that they would be in the next book, but just bringing in more of that, making more references to that world.
That's interesting. I'm going to think about that.
We were just, greedily saying that we wanted a new header. So now we'll have this in mind when we get a new header.
I'm thinking about this now, and I'm thinking that would be I think that's some good spotting. I think that could totally be some little bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, she threw in the kitchen sink, like every different type of crime that I thought she might go for in the next books into this book. Like, just there were so many different awful things that people were doing that I thought she could make a whole book out of. Trafficking and sexual exploitation and porn and all that stuff, and the dog fighting, and just so many different
horrible crimes.
And she has a couple books left to still come up with different intriguing crime plot lines for. So I'm curious about that.
Me too. Thank you for actually, I'm going to be thinking about that for a while and speculating.
The only other thing was just to bring in that potentially Farah Navadi could also play into that.
I think that she and Kim Cochran are going to come back in that antagonist role, like as that agency. They're very sleazy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I was thinking like the Charlotte storyline of the antagonist kind of just showing up out of the blue was kind of getting a little bit tired by the time we finished that. And I was wondering where she was going to go next for, antagonist role. So this is set up perfectly. And I'm wondering if once Murphy is the scorned man, if he
might go join them,
might join them or feed them information or, somehow collaborate.
He's cruising for a firing at work. So
he
might have to be, he might be out of a job soon.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. So nice talking to you.
Have a great night.
Thank
you.
Bye.
How do we get Elizabeth in here?
Can I just bring her in? Oh, hey.
There we go. Hi.
How's it going?
By the way, I've had so many people who are my friends text me or message me on different social media platforms saying that you've done such a good job. They're telling me how great you were. So thank you so much.
I'm so glad. We were calling it the party because it's just
everyone's been coming in and saying that they've been having such a good time in the waiting room. And I'm like, I love that. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you to our moderator, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Super happy though. My favorite thing was when people came back.
Yeah.
They're like, we talked, then we came back because we wanted to just hang out.
Oh, that's so cute.
A few people who are like, I'm not actually going to go talk to them. Is it okay if I just, they would message me, is it okay if I just hang out here? I was like, of course. It was,
How fun.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was a nice day.
We definitely want to talk to you too. Yeah. Hear what you thought about the book.
I thought cap off the episode.
Yeah.
We got to find out what Elizabeth Armand thought about the Hallmarked Man.
Well, I loved it. It's definitely one of my favorites. One of the things that came up today in the conversation was I was just like, we've graduated, right? We've done 7 books. So J.K. Rowling is going to up the ante.
Yeah.
Of what we can manage. And this one does take a few reads.
Yeah. There's a lot of faith in us.
And there's a lot of really, especially so for me, I'm Robin all the way.
Same.
As far as I'm concerned, Strike is a sidekick. Robin's the main character. From day one, that was my read on it. And one of the things that's happening is I am not a clinician. I'm not a psychiatrist. But I think Robin has high functioning depression.
Yeah.
And it's a really subtle thing to try to grasp. And because it's high functioning, people, they do, and they do, and they do, and they do, and they do. And other people don't necessarily see it. So she wants to deal with everything all by herself. She's like, even after the ectopic pregnancy, she's like, no, I'm fine on my own. Don't tell anybody, I'm fine. And then there's things like she forgets to buy presents for her nephews. That's not Robin.
Yeah.
She's super diligent about things like that. She forgets to buy presents for her nephews. She neglects things like making her doctor's appointment. She puts it off. At Christmas, when Martin's like, oh, who's in my room? And it's Annabelle's in her room. She feels inexplicably guilty.
Yeah.
I get it because I understand it. But
there was a lot of things that she was doing that for me that you're mentioning were kind of pairing her with Strike a lot in her behavior. Forgetting to buy the presents, I was like, okay, that's like troubled blood Strike. Or there was something about wanting to go home to her solitary flat. I was like, okay, that's Strike. So there was a lot of things like that. So I'm just really looking forward to this therapist and what's going to happen.
Yeah, Robin, her mental health is in the toilet at this point.
But she's she's also made progress. She stood up to Linda. She stood up to Linda. She put Kim in her place.
Oh, yeah, she did.
When they had that phone conversation, she called Ilsa twice when she was struggling with something.
Yeah, that's true.
She made the appointment for the therapist, and also the little micro scene with Albie at the end of her interview with him.
Oh, I love that.
They're shaking hands, and she doesn't let go.
That was a power move.
Yeah.
And he's bigger than her, right? But she doesn't let go, and she's like, "I think you know more than you're telling me."
Yeah.
So there's a lot of places.
She did that with a couple as well. She said, "I don't believe you. I'm afraid I don't believe you."
With Gretchen and her boyfriend. Yeah. She was such a boss.
Yeah, she was great.
That was bad cop Robin.
Yes.
She's being both a good cop and bad cop.
She's so good. And then she solved the mystery. She got the light bulb moment.
And one of the other things we have to remember is Robin is currently younger than Strike was when he proposed to Charlotte.
Met him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, at the age of 32, he was still in like all kinds of things happening in his life.
Yeah.
And it took him a while to sort that out. And she's young. She's 32.
Better not take Robin
so
another
young.
10 years, or I swear to God.
It can't, because we're not getting to COVID. So
so she's gonna have to sort it out much sooner.
She will.
Which she will.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people have been down on Robin and like, oh, Robin. But I was just like, she is going through serious mental health issues, and they're very discreet. They're very quiet, which is what a lot of women go through. They're not big and loud and screaming. They're very quiet things.
Yeah.
And she's dealing with it in her own way, but she's making a huge amount of progress. So that was a lot of my take. This book for me was brilliant about how it represented that.
Yeah.
So
I'm really proud that she's going to this therapist.
Me too.
Who I think is going to help her a lot. Also, I just realized, so you remember how Cuckoo's Calling opened with that Robin Ellicott freshly engaged, remembering it for the rest of her life? Are we going to open it with the mirror image of that passage of Robin freshly proposed to, stumbling in shock away from Strike? Or like open it with her on the way Monday morning with the ring on her finger, but absolutely miserable about it? I just feel like there's a parallel to that opening chapter in Cuckoo's Calling coming up that's going to blow my mind.
My prediction / fantasy / hope is that the book opens that she doesn't go meet Murphy. She doesn't go back to Strike. She hops in the Land Rover and just freaking drives and drives. And she stops at a store and gets herself a toothbrush and whatever she needs, and then just drives to clear her head.
I think there's reason to predict that, because she thinks in the book multiple times how she wants to go away somewhere.
Yeah.
She wants to escape.
She wants to clear her head.
I really hope she does. I would love that.
I would love that too.
I hope she texts her mom and Strike to let them know she's okay after a little while, so that they don't start a manhunt.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she would. She's very responsible. But yeah, she needs to escape. I really want that for her.
Remember when her Land Rover broke down and she was feeling
she couldn't escape.
She couldn't escape. Yeah.
Now she can escape.
Now she can escape.
Escape in the New Landy 2026.
No.
Let's manifest it.
Oh, okay. 2017. Yeah.
For us, it'll be 2026 because that's part of the manifestation.
Fingers crossed. Okay.
And my other prediction is that one day Robin is going to propose to Strike.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. She'd be like, all right, you going to marry me then? He's
so
like,
cute.
I'll put on my dress.
The green dress.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd fit into it.
No,
but
he can go.
I'm sure he'd look great.
Custom made. Oh man, he only has one suit that fits now because he's lost so much weight. Did we all register that?
I did. Yeah.
I think he should use some of this money that he's been spending like water to go get a new designer suit and look so handsome in it.
Hey, he has it. He can do it.
He has it. He's going to spend it on a very sexy.
Like he said, he doesn't need it right now. So he's investing it into what matters to him.
Well, his financial model was Lita, which is like
exactly.
Either we
do
it nothing, and we'll just manage with nothing, or else just like.
I'm sure that he got better input from Ted, though.
Yeah, he does splash out on the extravagant gifts. That bracelet.
That's just who he is.
It's just who he is.
I love it.
I love it too. And I would love her to just run.
Me too.
Because she needs to be herself. The objective of the book isn't for her to get with Strike. It's for her to be her own person.
Yeah.
Just like it is for Strike to be his own person. And I think, especially with the whole notion of like the alchemical processes, I think once they're both super solid in themselves, then it's going to be
perfect.
It's going to be comfort. It's going to be home. It's going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's going to be easy. It can't be easy because they're both struggling so much. So,
well, thank you so much again for everything you did today.
Super happy to.
Thank you very much. That was fantastic.
I was happy to, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
There was debates. There was like new ideas. People going like, "Oh my god!" Links shared around things.
I feel like we missed it.
Now I'm like, oh, I wish we could have been in our own waiting room.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And thank you to everybody again for showing up.
Thank you.
Have a good night, ladies.
Bye.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
That'll do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy what you've heard, don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at the SE Files Pod. You can also contact us on our website at thesefilespod.com or email us directly at sefilespodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much again for listening, and we hope to catch you next time for another episode of the Strike and Ellicott Files.